Hey there, and welcome back to Platinum Pursuit. It's Hunted here with you, and today we've got the latest in the God of War franchise, Sons of Sparta. As always, this guide will take you from the start to the Platinum in as short amount of time as possible, while avoiding spoilers and allowing you to discover the game on your own. At the end of the guide, we'll have 100% completion in all 27 different regions and a shiny new Platinum. Now, a small word on what to expect from the guide. Due to the nature of the game and its Metroidvania roots, there is a ton of backtracking, side paths, and exploration that can and will be done all throughout the game. In this guide, I decided to take the direct approach of following the story path almost exclusively until the end of the game, then going back and fully clearing each region once all abilities are unlocked. Because of this, there are a few weapons and items that are left behind until the end of the game in the interest of completing the plat as quickly as we can. I personally don't think this hinders the experience or makes it any more challenging, as really just about any build in this game will have success. Finally, there are no missable, difficulty-related, or even miscellaneous trophies to worry about. All we need to do is full clear every region on any difficulty, and we'll have a new Platinum for the trophy cave. With that said, let's jump on in. Alright, hello and welcome to God of War Sons of Sparta. Let's go ahead, jump right on in. New game, again, difficulty does not matter. I am going to be playing on Cadet for this one, so you'll open this up. You can play the whole game on Boy if you'd like, but I'm going to be playing on Cadet for this, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so, continue your way through the areas, obviously, fighting the enemies, getting comfortable with the game. The very first thing we are going to collect is, as you are climbing up here, you'll roll through here. There's a chest there that you can see. We're going to have to climb all the way up, head over here, and then hit triangle and down to drop down here and grab the first chest of the game. Alright, so again, just keep working your way towards the objective. That's going to be kind of the theme of the game while we are collecting the power-ups. So go ahead, keep moving forward, and you'll eventually come across this campfire, or the campsite rather, the first one. So let me just make a note here, just to make sure you understand. I'm sure you can see it in the game, but this is the only point of the game where you can save. The game does not have autosave. You can't go into the menu and save. You have to save at a campsite, so don't forget to save. Don't exit the game. Just make sure you come to a campsite, you save, and you'll be good to go moving forward. So, all right, so pretty much on the next screen, you'll come across this little area. This one's pretty obvious. You just jump up here, fight some enemies, and then you can roll underneath this and grab a blood coffer. Now, once you jump up, there's a chest sitting over on the ledge. This one's pretty easy as well. Just jump up, and it's yours. Alright, so continue following the marker. Eventually, you'll make your way down to the Sculptor. While we're here, we can go ahead and grab an artifact. Just jump up on this thing, jump over here, and the first artifact of the game in the corner. Alright, so once you're finished with that, head back up the ladder. We're going to make a quick pit stop over to the right real quick. You can talk to Ace, and then head inside here. Run along this way, and then we can open both of these chests. So grab this one first, and then over here for the blood coffer. And now back outside, turn to the right, and we can get our first vermilion globe. So you'll see when you sacrifice the blood orbs to it, it'll pop this menu open, and it gives you sort of the overall of the region report, so you can kind of see everything that exists here. They're pretty useful, especially in some of the larger zones, to help you clean up a little bit later on, so we're going to obviously be grabbing them every time that we can. So keep following the objective. Eventually you'll get to this pedestal. Go ahead and use it, and you'll put your mask on it and get a new ability. Alright, so as you continue going towards the objective, you're going to eventually find yourself sort of at this little crossroads right here. These are wall jumps if you haven't come across these yet, so we are going to drop down this way, head over here, climb up this ladder, and we can access those wall jumps via this screen. Oops. So then go ahead and wall jump your way upwards. And at the top, you can claim a blood coffer. Okay, keep following along the path, and you'll eventually come across the Temple of Apollo. Go ahead and enter. We get our first item of the game. Head a little bit deeper into the temple and grab the item.
Wait.
All right, once you've gotten the item and you've done the little tutorial thing in the other room, you will unlock this downward path. So go ahead and drop down here. And you can hit these pots down with the slingshot, so go ahead and do that. But what we're here for is this. So this is used for fast travel a little bit later in the game once we find another one of the temples. So just remember that obviously that this is here. We'll be back in this temple a couple of times. But then, of course, grab the blood coffer as well. All right, so you're going to continue your way upwards. You'll eventually come to this T. Again, we are following the path towards the objective. So we're going to head to the right. And then up here, before we continue climbing up, if you go one screen further to the right, we will reach another campsite. All right, keep moving on through the level, making your way upwards, and eventually you will come to this little block puzzle right here. There's a pretty obvious chest. You just got to push this down, jump up to this one, let it fall, and jump on over to the chest. So grab that before we move on. All right, eventually you'll make it up to this screen where we are here. We're getting pretty close to our objective, just continuing to go up and right. But let's go ahead and grab this vermilion globe while we're here. So keep climbing upwards. You'll reach this kind of upper platform where you can take this ladder up and hit the switch over here to move these blocks. What we are shooting for is to get down to this platform. I think you could probably make a roll jump. Yeah, I actually did land it. But I think I hit circle again on accident and just let go. And I actually kind of want to try that again. You can roll jump or you can just use the blocks, right? Yeah, so there you go. You can roll over to this ledge if you want. And then, yeah, come into this room. And here is another one of those teleporters. Once you make it back to the top of this area, you want to make sure that you hit this because that'll spawn this rope. And the rope lets you go up to the objective. Well, actually, I guess it's not really the objective, but this is like a...
What is this?
It's a hidden shop that we can come to later, so might as well put that on your map now. So once you've gotten that, go ahead and jump back down, head over to the right, and you'll come across another campsite. Alright, then once you reach the mission objective, before you climb up the ladder, head over to the right side of the screen, and we can collect a whole bunch of blood coffers. So grab this one first. Then go ahead and snag the second one. And finally, the last one. Keep trudging along, and eventually you'll come to this this screen here. Pretty easy blood coffer to grab, so jump up there and grab it. Okay, keep trudging along, and you'll get to this screen. You'll have to kind of do the puzzle up and around. That's not really a puzzle, but just get up and around. Do everything. Make sure you push this block all the way down, like you ride it all the way down so you can jump to it easier, so you don't have to go up here later. This room obviously does have a chest in there. We just can't get it yet. There's nothing over to the right either, so we're just going to go ahead and move our way on down, and that leads us right into this room with another campsite. Alright, so now we're making our way back down to Sparta. You're going to keep pushing along this way to the left here of that campfire we were just at. When you get to this room, before you head downward, let's go up the ladder here, as there are a couple of blood coffers in this room to grab, so go ahead and grab those. First one, and now we'll grab the second one as well, and we'll keep on our way. Make sure you don't forget pet the fox. keep pushing on and making progress, and eventually you'll come across this this screen. There'll be a little bit of dialogue here and everything. The way we need to go is down, but before you do that, you can head up here, and then there is another screen up this way. Once you get into this screen, jump up here and grab the blood coffer. And after you've grabbed this blood coffer, you can hit this, and it will knock this down. So now we have a nice little path to get up from over here. So this is now interconnected. You don't have to worry about climbing all the way around again if you need to. And then come over this way, and you can see this one has been raised now. And we can come into this area and get our first olive. So go ahead, interact with the olive. Good luck with the challenge, and I'll see you on the other side. After you've cleared the challenge, go ahead and grab your spoils. And we're going to take this teleporter down to the Temple of Apollo. And from here, all you got to do is just climb up. Head over to the pedestal. And place the olive. Alright, so you're going to want to continue working your way down. You just kind of want to, anywhere that you can see that you can go down is the way that you want to head. If you look to the left here, you'll get this. Don't take this yet, but this will take us across back to the river. And it's the easiest way to get back to Sparta. But before we go, we have a cool little puzzle thing that we can do right here. So the best way to do this is you're going to want to hit this and then get ready for another shot immediately. So hit this, get ready for another shot, hit that, and then jump off of that before it goes down. So you can get up to this ledge with this block here, and then you can take this block across, and you get 2 chests for your reward. Grab the supply chest and then the blood coffer. With those things in tow, we can go ahead back across to the other side of the river. So take the, I don't know what it is, gondola, whatever it is. And you'll see if you look at your map, it spits us right out at the top of the river here. So it's pretty easy to get back to Sparta. So I will see you in Sparta and we can continue our journey. All right, once you've made your way back to Sparta and you've watched the little dialogue here, move forward, and the first door you'll want to enter. And then in here you can see, now that we have the slingshot, we can go ahead and grab those couple of chests up there. So let's do that. Grab the blood coffer first. And then hop over to the chest as well. All right, after you grab those things and you go and pay the Sculptor a visit, you'll be tasked to go find him in the gallery up here. So you'll come up to this, just climb this thing here, and you'll see on the right is a vermilion orb. It's pretty expensive. I certainly don't have the blood orbs for it yet. But on the other side, there is an artifact, so go ahead and grab that. You'll want to keep climbing up, and now we'll find a vermilion orb that we can actually use, so go ahead and grab this one. All right, so you'll find the Sculptor here working on a project. After you talk to him and you watch the cutscene, then you can come up to this and use this. So this is the altar of Lycurgus. We can essentially deliver intel on enemies. You get them by fighting the enemies. So you get a little bit of an explanation, but if you come in here, you can see the Sculptor's inspiration. That's what we're essentially turning in. Okay, so here we are now in a brand new area after you followed the quest markers. So we're going to come down into the Grand Cistern, make your way down to sort of the bottom floor here. And before we go left to continue on, we can turn to the right. And in this room, all you got to do is cross the gaps here, pull out the mask, and we can open up this door. Come up this way, and we've got another vermilion globe for the area. All right, so we're gonna come down this way if you continue following, and we go down towards the bottom left here where we need to go. So this room is really the first room that has a hidden exit, and I'm just gonna show you it because it took me a while the first time. I didn't really realize what happened, and I kind of went back up and explored around. So anyway, you're gonna drop down here, hit this. I mean, it's a pretty simple puzzle, right? You just climb up there, hit this, and now you're off screen when it happens, which is why I'm showing it to you. If you didn't pay attention, this wall was solid, and now all of a sudden it is no longer solid. But now that we're into this part of the level, we can go ahead and grab this chest. So go ahead, just gotta shine the eye, and there we go. All right, keep following the path downward. You'll eventually reach the bottom of the area, and once you're down here, we can go ahead and hop across these into this next room, and then here is our first campsite, I suppose, of this area. All right, so come back out, and then we can continue heading downward. Down here, and you can grab this artifact. Work your way down to the bottom of this section, drop down through the floor, and you can come over this way, climb up this ladder. We can't get down into here at the moment, but we can jump up here and grab this chest. So you'll want to continue following the path. You'll kind of come down to this four-way intersection. It's best to just go left here to come all the way across. You'll be able to cross this room, and then ignore this ladder for now, head into this room for another campsite. Okay, come back out. Now we can go down this ladder. When you drop down here, you're going to have to fight a number of enemies to unlock the room. Once those are cleared out, you get a nice reward of a couple of blood coffers. So grab the first one, and then grab the second one as well. All right, so once you've made your way all the way across the gap here, head on into this screen, and we found our second temple of the game, Temple of Hestia. Go ahead and enter it, and we will grab yet another item once we come in. I guess I'll run you all over to it. So here it is. Enjoy the cutscene and grab the item. So go ahead and grab your second item of the game. Just like the Temple of Apollo, you'll get a short little tutorial segment on how to use your new item. So go ahead and do that. It will unlock this downward area. You can drop down here and get another teleporter. Then after you have grabbed that, head over to the right. You can burn this bush and grab blood. All right, so now that we have the Art of Fire, you can go ahead and leave the temple, head back the direction that we came from, and we can use it to get our first chest with it. This one's kind of awkward. Sometimes you have to just jump. Works a little bit better like that. And then you can jump across and open the chest. Now, as you're running back, you'll come across this little puzzle. It's pretty easy, pretty simple. Just hit the torches with the fire, and you can jump up here and grab another blood coffer. Alright, so now we're in this new area. There's really not too many ways to go. You can just kind of keep following the path. Eventually, you'll get to this next campsite, so go ahead and utilize that, and we'll keep on trudging forward. Okay, so keep heading left from the campfire. We'll come across this room. We can't go up here at the moment, so we're going to fall down this way. Now, this is going to be a theme, these kind of puzzles where you have to sort of bounce things in different places, or, you know, what have you. You can come in here and hit that to clear out the rest. But, I didn't realize he was going to spawn in there, but go ahead and clear that out and grab this blood coffer. All right, keep making your way down here. You can skip this room for now. There's a number of things in there that we can't do right now. So anyway, come down here through the to the next screen and grab the campsite. Okay, so keep moving forward. Eventually you'll find yourself up in this room here. Again, skip going to the left here. There's a whole massive section. It's not massive, but there's a whole section over there that we'll get to a little bit later. Use the mask, which will grant you access to this room. And once you meet the enemy here, you can grab the blood cover. Alright, keep pressing on. Eventually you'll find yourself here in this room. You can climb up here, no problem. There's a chest up there that we're gonna grab. Jump to there. Fire. And there you go, chest is yours. Alright, so if you've made it up this way, you've made it to the next section, to the port of Messenia. We're going to continue moving forward, but first you can cut across this way and get the first campsite of the area. Alright, so you're going to make your way through here. It's going to be quite a while till you can really do anything. It's pretty much a straight path. You get blocked at any other turn, so just follow the path all the way through until you get down to where I'm at here. You'll be through this gate. Before you head upwards, you want to go to the left here. And there is this on the ground. Oh, right. So after you grab the artifact here, if you walk down this way, you'll see that there's a boat. We can pretty much ignore this for now. What's over there is just an island. There are some cool things to do and some stuff we want to do later, but we can't really do any of it right now, so we might as well skip it and come back. So head back over this way and climb up to the campfire, or the campsite. Alright, so after you make it to the dock and you have a riveting conversation with all of the dock hands, go ahead, turn around, and you can jump up here for a chest. So from the chest, head up the ladder, and we can grab a blood coffer here. And after you've gotten that one, jump up this way. Just keep heading upwards, essentially. And you'll come across another one. Alright, so head to the right, keep going, looking to get to the quest marker. You can see there's a chest beneath us. This one's pretty straightforward, but it can be a little tricky. So you're going to open the door by standing on this, and then you have to be quite quick. So roll jumping definitely helps. Roll through that area, and you should be able to get through there just in the nick of time to unlock a nice chest. So keep on your way. You'll eventually come across Brontes, and you'll meet him for the first time, and then you can keep moving forward. We can't get that chest up there yet. That requires something that we don't have. So we'll head up here and grab the blood coffer. All right, so if you keep following the path, you keep moving forward, head up this way to the left, and you will find yet another temple. We can get our third item of the game. Well, not quite. It looks like the door is locked, so we're going to go ahead and continue on forward. Climb up to the top of the area, and then you can head on inside and grab a campsite. Now, from the campsite, you can head left. And on the ground here will be a scroll for you to pick up. Then after you hit the scroll, go over here, hit that with a fireball, and then hit this one. And then you can come over this way and drop down in here to grab this chest. Now, after you ride the elevator upwards once, go ahead and make a quick stop. We'll skip by this for the moment. And all the way on the other side is a vermilion globe, so go ahead and grab this. And now after that's grabbed, we can head back. Keep lighting the torches as we come by them. And then we can open up this muse chamber. So I guess I should take a moment to explain the muse chambers real quick. So as you can see, we have this one unlocked. Each one of these has 3 challenges behind them. You need different things to unlock the doors. So obviously we can only do the first 3. When you head inside, as you look, these are all individual challenges. I don't think I'm going to include them in the guide because, again, try to avoid spoilers, things like that. They're pretty straightforward. You should be able to figure them out. But yeah, so go ahead and do the first 3 of these muse challenges. They're pretty fun. I enjoy them. And I'll see you on the other side. All right, if you've gotten all 3 of the muse challenges, congratulations. If you're struggling with any of them and you want to come back, always feel free to do so. Once you reach the top, before we go left to continue on, head to the right. And you'll see here, we've got almost every door open. We've been lighting the torches, and now it comes to fruition like this one. And there we go. The chest is ours. Alright, so after you have made it up to the oracle at the top, you'll work your way back down to exit and come back to the temple. Before we go, though, what you can do is you can come down this way and roll over here. This wall can be stabbed until it's opened. So once we're inside, you can head over this way and grab our first sacred monument, which gives you a little gift that we can use to upgrade one of our items. This one is for the solar sling. Now, with your upgrade in tow, head back to the temple.
Temple's open.
We can unlock the temple, or well, not unlock it, but at least go into the unlocked temple. And head on over, grab our 3rd item of the game. So go ahead, grab the sandals, and we'll be on our way. So this item doesn't really have much of a tutorial. There's nothing really to do to unlock this, but you can go straight down. And we'll get another, can't remember what they're called, Crossing of Olympus, I think. And while we're here, since we've gotten that thing to go turn in, we can head over to the Temple of Apollo real quick. And this will enhance our... Oops, not this one. This one here. This will enhance our slingshot. So go ahead and put this there. And now we can we have a bit better of a slingshot. Actually, it helps us with puzzles as well, too. So let's go ahead and teleport back to the Temple of Nike. And now that we're in here, now is actually kind of a good time for me to show you that you might not have known this, but you actually have multiple abilities with your item. So if you're just standing still, and actually you can come in here and look at the status of items too. So like this, you can see that we have the Sunstone, the Ray of Light, and the Solar Storm. And it doesn't really do a great job of telling you what any of these things do. If you hold L2 and aim and you hit triangle, you can do the Solar Storm. Oh, I don't have enough magic. Never mind. So try it yourself. If you have enough magic, you can do the Solar Storm. And then if you hold L2 and hit square, you'll do that, the Ray of Light or whatever it's called. And the Ray of Light is how we're going to unlock this little section right here. So you can break through bars now with your slingshot. So do that, grab this. Alright, so keep making your way across. You'll realize that you can't go up this path, so we're going to keep working our way down towards this. Once you get to this section, you can, obviously, before you head down, jump up here and grab a chest. Okay, now pretty soon you'll find yourself in this room here. You'll drop down from here, from this ladder. All you gotta do is sprint and jump across the gap. And we've got another altar of Lycurgus.
Brother, This way.
All right, so as we're making our way back, by the way, if you didn't see it, the objective is all the way up here. You're just going to want to go to where Deimos wanted to go earlier, and that'll help lead you up to there. But now we can use the mask. So what you're going to want to do, whoops, hit R2, and you're going to have to be quick. You take a little bit of damage, it's okay. It's not a huge deal. But you want to jump up here before time expires and send that into the altar there, and you get a new chest. Alright, so as you continue to climb up the waterfall here, obviously you'll come across this chest. Go ahead and grab it. And now once you reach the top, before you continue going up to the left, you can just drop down here and grab a campsite over to the right. Alright, after you grab the campfire, work your way back up here, and you'll get a quick and easy olive from the tree here. Alright, after the battle, go ahead and grab the olive. Alright, so you're going to make your way up and through this area. Just keep going straight. We can't get to this right now. There are some flowers blocking the way. But we can continue to go forward. Eventually you'll reach this point with the ladders. Now, what I will say is that I did accidentally do something off screen. There's a little seed thing right here. You just need to suck it up with the mask. And if you look on your map, once you pick it up, that is the lore. It's lore 1 out of 4 here in this area. So go and grab that. Then after you've done so, turn around and we can grab this vermilion globe. Now, as soon as you move up to the next screen, you can see we've got a blood coffer to grab, so go ahead and do that. And then just keep moving around through the screen here, and you can roll underneath to grab an iron crate. Now that we're back this way, kind of back towards the middle, after you jump across the gap, you'll be in this crossroads section. You do want to go up to continue, but we can head right and grab a campsite while we're here. Alright, so after you grab that campsite, you'll want to climb up the wall here, and then you can grab this. Make sure to pick it up. And now, as you continue to work your way over, we come to the next temple, the Temple of Dionysus. So head on inside. We can grab another item. After the little bit of dialogue, go ahead and grab your item. Again, as usual, head over to the far side and down the ladder, and we get another teleporter. Alright, so here we are in a new area now. You're going to follow the path like normal. You're going to climb up here, reach towards the top. Go ahead and take that with the mask. And we can open. And then don't forget to grab the other blood coffer. Alright, so eventually you'll make your way into this room here. Kratos will say something about chaos. What you want to do before you exit and go to the left, make sure you climb up this side, because there's a vermilion globe right here at the top. So go ahead and pay for that. Now, once that's all done, and you've grabbed the item, go ahead and move to the left, and you've got another campsite. Alright, so now we have the task of pretty much exploring the area. So there's kind of, not a straight shot that we can take. So I think what we should do is just kind of roam around a little bit, grab some stuff while we're here. The first things first, you can go all the way to the left, down, and then keep going left, and you'll be in this little area. When you get here, you'll find another one of these, so equip the mask, and there you go. Alright, so now if you've been kind of following the path, there's really only one way to go down here, right? You can't really go any other way, so if you just keep following where it wants you to go through this direction all the way to the left, you'll come across a little bit of a puzzle, so go ahead and equip your fire. Try to send one up in there if possible. Like that. And then you can see we're trying to unlock the rest of the doors. So fall down. And oop, need to climb the ladder. So right here, you're going to equip the mask. Do that. Quickly equip this. Then try to get a good shot in there. There we go. And now we can drop back down, climb up here. And we've got a clear shot at this, so take that. And now we can drop down again, all the way to the bottom. Go ahead and... There we go. Go ahead and burn those. And then we have to hit like a bit of a bouncer down in there, like so. And we can climb all the way back to the top to get our reward. And there you have it. So after all that, you get rewarded with a nice iron crate. Okay, so now you're going to want to fight your way all the way around. You'll get a fountain in the process and find yourself heading back upwards towards the top. Before you do that, though, head over to the right and we can get another campsite. All right, after you make it back up to the central square, we're going to head to the bottom right this time. And once you enter that first room, you can head on over this way, climb up here, and open a blood coffer. All right, so you're going to keep making your way around. You'll have grabbed another fountain down here at the bottom, and you'll be working your way back up. Now, it might not be obvious, but you can actually jump on this thing. Grab the ledge there. Go ahead and equip your... Oops. Go ahead and throw that through there. Equip your slingshot. Come up to the top here. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to be kind of quick with this. So you want to aim, hit square on this. Suck this up. And jump onto this as it's coming up. Yeah, see... Oh, we did get it just barely. It takes a little bit of practice. You might have to do this a couple of times. You only have 3 seconds with this breath. But you can do what I just did there and get this relatively quickly. So go ahead, unlock the chest once you're able to do it, and we can keep moving forward. All right, so here we are now. I decided to go up left next. There was no items there to collect this time. I completed that and then went up and to the right. Did the full circle there. Finished off the 4th and final statue. And now I'm on my way back. So make sure you've either done that. As long as you've done the whole loop around the top right, you'll be able to get this chest. You'll want to come through this thing, be on the left side of this thing. And then you can just jump over here. This will be gone now, and you can go ahead and unlock the chest. All right, so once you return to Sparta, you can head down to this bottom area. We'll head over to the right, to the building, sorry, to the left, I should say, to the building to the right of the Sculptor's building. And inside it, we get a bit of a puzzle that we can solve. It's been a while since we've been back in Sparta. You may have already done this if you have deviated a little bit. But go ahead and grab everything, including these 2 chests. The blood coffer first, and then the supply chest as well. And it is just worth mentioning, if you haven't been back to Sparta, like I haven't returned until now, make sure you come to the armor and spend all of your iron. We do need to craft all of the items that he has. So as you get the iron, make sure you come back and always talk to him to craft.
Make this worth my time.
All right, now that we're back in Sparta, after you talk to the Sculptor, you get the cool camera thing. Anyway, so let's go ahead and put our mask down, see how many we've got.
Keep it up, son.
Up to 37, not too bad, so we're on our way. Actually, real quick, before we continue on our journey here, we can drop down into this area. And then keep following the path. Eventually, we'll come to this, fall down here, and then our goal is to get all the way to the left. Have to deal with some enemies first, but get all the way to the left. And now we can use our fire on this to open up the pathway and grab another olive. So go ahead and do that. After the fight is won, go ahead and grab the olive off the tree. Now, after you grab the olive, head to the left, and we can climb up this way real quick. And snag ourselves an iron bar. Alright, and with that, now we can go ahead and move on. We do have some olives to turn in, plus we should go visit the monkeys up top here as well. So I'll meet you over at the Temple of Apollo, and we can do whatever we need to do. Alright, back at the Temple of Apollo. Here we are. Go ahead and find the second altar, drop the olive on it. And then we also have an olive for Hestia. So let's go ahead and teleport all the way down there. And now that we're in the temple, go ahead and drop it on the platform or on the pedestal. And let's go ahead and give the Crocopes a visit. So head up to the canopy and we'll run up to their store real quick. So the reason why we came up here, I mean, we have some artifacts to turn in. You can go ahead and do those too. You'll get blood orbs for them. But the big prize is that laurel that we picked up from the boss. We get a nice new weapon for it. So go ahead and turn this in as well. All right, so here we are. Go ahead and go one screen over to our quest objective, and you will get a campsite. All right, so keep climbing up. We're heading up towards the quest marker here, so just head upwards as far as you can, and eventually you'll come across another altar.
Deimos.
All right, so work your way up. You'll be here along this middle column or middle row, whatever. You'll want to head left, which you can do after you open the ladder and jump across here. Head to the left. Equip your mask, and on the ground right here, go ahead and set the mask down, and you'll find a chest. So there we go. All right, keep working your way over just to the left a little bit, and you'll come across one of these on the ground. Again, we have the mask, and we can finally listen to them. All right, then just a little ways further, you'll kind of be at this crossroads. You can climb up this thing on the right side, and then you can head over here and grab another campsite. All right, work your way up from the campfire. Just keep moving forward. Before you head to the left, you can come over to the right side and climb this. Pull out the mask. Hit the eye. And then you can just snipe this with the slingshot and jump across nice and easy. Go ahead and grab your reward. All right, keep it moving through this section. You pretty much have to follow this path. Once you hit this area, you can wait for this. And then you can jump up here, climb up, and you'll reach another... Oh, wait, hold on, not yet. Now you'll reach another campsite. All right, not too long from now, you'll reach this screen. We're getting pretty close to the mission objective, where you can jump up here, grab onto this, And then you're going to want to turn, sprint, and jump. Oh, didn't quite get it. One more try. Try to start as far back as you can. Sprint, jump. And there you go. There is a chest on the ledge. All right, and then after the events and everything happens, you will find yourself here at this campsite. So go ahead and grab it. That is for the Laconian Woods. I believe that is our last one. Yeah, it is. That's 4 out of 4 for Laconian Woods. So we can keep moving forward. All right, so go ahead and make your way down from the campsite down here. We're gonna head over to the right, and we're going to make a quick pit stop because we're going to get an ability that is going to be very, very useful. So go ahead, fight the enemies. This block is not going to be where it is on my screen for you, so ignore that for now. Then you're going to want to jump up here, come this way, climb on up, and in here is an altar. What is it? Altar of Nike. And once that's done, you can come over this way, hit this with your slingshot and fall down. And then you can use your new double jump ability to jump up here and grab this chest. And after you're done grabbing that, you can come over here and go to the right. And then here is a little hunting minigame that we can do. So, as Kratos says, there is the Temple of Artemis ahead. So go ahead and head on over there. So go ahead and grab the next item. Now, after you go through the little bit of the tutorial with the new Lunar Blade, you can drop down here as usual and grab another crossing. Alright, so keep on the way here, go to the right outside of the temple, and then you can fall down to this area. Once you get here, you can cross over into the next screen and get another campsite. Alright, so after the campfire, head over to the right. We're going to obviously make our way over towards this quest marker, but you'll be in this room with the block over top of it. You can jump up here and actually double jump up to that. Be careful not to fall off there. And then open up the blood coffer. Alright, continue on forward. Eventually you'll make your way into this room, and you'll have to climb up here. Before you go to the right, head over to the left, and equip the mask to grab another one of these. Alright, so here we are in this big room now, this big square room. We gotta wait for this block. And once we get on the block, make sure you duck underneath the fire thing so you don't get knocked off. But we're gonna follow the block all the way up. You can see what our end goal is here to get that into this. I don't think you can cheese it. No, you can't. Okay. So what we need to do, number one, is come up this way. And then you'll drop down in here. Okay, now that we're down here, we want to take this and put it over there, of course. So head over this way, and we're going to watch, waiting for the block to come up. Give it about a second or two, kind of let it fall down below the screen, come back, grab this, and now you want to hustle, because this block does move faster than you think it does. Ooh, don't hit that. And still barely make it up there. But, yeah, now you just gotta get up there in time, release the breath, and the chest is yours. Alright, keep on pushing forward. Eventually you'll make your way up to sort of the top of this column here, and you can jump up to the left and grab a vermilion orb. Alright, so go ahead and take the ropeway. You'll end up over here. Not too far of a distance, but a lot closer now to this than we were. And go ahead, run over to the right, and you'll get the first campfire of the area. Alright, so pretty quickly you're going to find yourself in this large square barn. And Deimos will tell you to go break some pots, and you can pretty much go ahead and explore this whole place. I'll show you what I think the best way to do this is so you can grab everything and not have to backtrack. So what you're going to want to do first is you're going to want to come all the way right. And up here you can see we have this thing to light, so go ahead. Whoops, don't do what I just did. Go ahead and... Why is it not... There we go. That was weird. 2 times it messed up on me. But anyway, go ahead and do that. Then you're going to want to come all the way back across. And as you ascend, there's going to be a blood coffer here for you. And after the blood coffer has been grabbed, you'll want to come all the way up towards the top, grab this ladder. And there's another one of these here. And after that one's lit, you can make the run over here. Gotta equip the mask. And now, let go, open this eye, and it'll give you a straight shot to this one. And there we go. That's all 3 of them lit. Now we can hustle back this way. Jump up here. Oh, enemy. And climb up the ladder. You can knock this thing down. That'll fall into the lasers. Careful of the plants up here. Always forget about these plants. Then we can just kick this across until it's fully blocking the laser like so. Climb up the ladder, and finally the chest is yours. Alright, then once you exit the room and you come down, you come back through this way to the right. You'll want to descend a little bit further, drop down here, and up to the left is, I mean, you can kick this down number 1 for, whoops, kick this down number 1 for a shortcut so you don't have to go all the way around every time, but there's also a bit of lore here to grab. So once you find yourself outside of the barn, you'll be in this little area. You can jump up here and smash this to grab another one of these. So while you're on your way running through back to the exit of the area, or back through the barn here, if you knock this down, you can actually use it to double jump up to here and grab this banner. Alright, as you make your way out, you'll find yourself, you'll land here, and you can move down a frame and head over to the left for another temple. Alright, go ahead and grab the glaive. Alright, so after you learn how to use your new tool, again, you'll be able to open this up, drop on down, and activate. And now while we're down here, we can grab that blood coffer. All you got to do is aim up and hit that, grab the chain, climb up, and the blood coffer is yours. So once you come out of the temple and you head to the left, you will get another campsite. Alright, so as you're making your way through the bog, it's going to take quite a while until you get down here. Well, I mean, it doesn't take that long, but, you know, not a lot of stuff to collect or do on your way through here. So just make your way over. Obviously, we're heading towards this marker. As you make it to this kind of like column-looking room, you'll be able to run up the side, jump across, and roll underneath here to grab a vermilion globe. Alright, so as we are continuing along the pathway here, before you head downward, you can cut across into this room. Now, we can't get the monument while we're here up there, but what we can do is we can take care of this guy and come over here and grab the iron crate. Alright, as soon as you head downwards on this screen, you'll be able to drop down here, clear out the enemies, and you can jump across to this and grab the, what is that, a cherry on the tree? It looks like a cherry. There we go. And now down at the bottom of the screen that we were just on, you can head over to the right first. That was weird. I've never seen that happen before. Now you can head over to the right and get another campfire. So now on a couple screens over from the campfire, you'll see that chest up there. And your first instinct might be to try to hit these flowers. But what you need to do, you need to come around here, knock this off, like so. You can actually push it a little bit closer as well. Whatever you, really wherever you want. So there you go. You kind of have to be quick with it. Line it up like this. Jump over there as the first glaive is flying and then hit it immediately after. And you will unlock the chest. Jump on across, and grab your prize. All right, continue making your way through the bog here. You'll come up to this screen, and this one's actually kind of tricky. You might miss it if you're not paying attention. So what you want to do is you want to hit this, run into the water, grab the rope, and climb all the way to the top, and double jump to get up here. And then you can climb up here, and now we've got an even more interesting little puzzle to solve. We've got 6 different things we have to hit. So when you're up here, you're going to want to destroy the flowers. Now, they come in 2 groups of 3. And it might be kind of hard to tell that, but what you can do is you can, if you aim it properly, you have to sort of bounce it low off this end wall here. There we go. You should be able to snag a group of them. And now, whatever remains is what your objective is. This one's going to be a little tricky, actually. We should be able to hit it like that. There we go. And, yeah, that one's tough because you can't really see upwards when you're throwing it. It doesn't let you see the camera, but go ahead, head up this way, and open the iron crate. Alright, so eventually you'll find your way back to the Grand Cistern. You'll come through here, head up this way. You want to go left, obviously, to get to Sparta. But instead of doing that, well, I mean, before you do that, go to the right, and there is a campsite here. Alright, after you grab the campfire and you continue on your way, you'll head to the left here, just crossing the room. And this one's pretty obvious. All you need to do is ride this thing up and down. And you can jump across to here and grab our second monument of the game. Alright, now, once you fall all the way down this long tunnel, you'll kind of land here at the bottom on top of the thing that you pushed down. So you're going to want to head to the left. And you can traverse your way through. Now, when you get here, go ahead, obviously, and equip the glaive. And that will take the water down. So now, once you're down here, you can see we can almost reach it. We just can't quite get up there. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our trusty block and push it all the way over. There it goes. Keep pushing until it's in perfect position. Now we can use it to jump up here and grab the chest. Alright, keep traversing your way down. You'll obviously continue down the pathway here. You can drop to this little corner and grab a blood coffer. And with blood coffer in hand, head on up here and to the right, and there is another campsite for you. All right, so once you get down into the large well or whatever it is, the Sunken Agora, we're gonna choose. You can either go left or right. I would recommend going left first. So we are gonna head this way. You can't quite do everything that you want through here yet, but if you come up to the top, you can head over to the right and grab another campsite. All right, so keep pushing your way forward. Eventually you'll make it to the end of this hallway here, and you'll start to head up. Whoops. If you come over to the left side, you can start climbing up this bit right here. And you're just gonna have to deal with these arms. What you can do, and what I've did to clear them out, is to throw the glaive at them. Kind of like that. If you can bounce it along the wall, or kind of throw it up and down the wall, like so. It'll usually clear them out pretty well. It takes a couple of hits, so you're going to have to spend a couple of glaives, but it's not too bad. Just make it up towards the top and collect your prize. Alright, so once you come back into the room here from the upper left, and it's time to move on to do more. Before you do that, we have a chest to grab. So this is kind of like a little bit of a puzzle. You can pause if you want to solve it yourself, but I think the best way to do this is to grab this one, throw it into this container right here. You'll take this one and use the now opened area here, roll down this way, and put this into one of the two of them. Head back up to where you left this one. Grab it and drop it down here. Really not too hard of a puzzle, but there you go, and take the chest as your reward. Alright, not too long, and you'll be at the top here next to the altar of Lycurgus. Go ahead and put the mask. Alright, so after you do that, we're actually going to go back one frame, and we're going to be able to use now the new power that we've got to climb all the way up here. Avoid the stupid arms that come out of the ground. And now, actually, I would recommend probably taking out all of them, refilling on your magic, and we can do the olive. All right, after the fight is won, go ahead and grab the olive. All right, so now you run across the bridge we can now access. Come over here to the other side, and we can use our mask to climb up this way. Quick, you can get up there, and then you're going to want to use the mask to unlock this chest as well, and we can go ahead and open her up. All right, so once you make the trek down here, you'll kind of come all the way to the bottom, and if you head over to the left, you will find a campsite to use. All right, once you make your way down the shaft here and go to the right, you'll eventually come across a vermilion globe. Go ahead and use that. All right, so after you get the second room filled with power there and you drop all the way down, there'll be a blood coffer to the right. Now, once you're in this next room, you can kind of see what our next objective is, but you can see this is where we are at right now. Go ahead and equip your fire. Strike that once. There's one up here. Hit that one. And hit this one. And then you got to fight the enemy. And now with the enemy dead, go ahead and grab your collection of knowledge. Alright, so this next one is a little bit tricky. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over to this area kind of before you get to the corner to turn to go back. You want to jump up here. You've got plenty of magic, so equip your slingshot. And you can jump and slingshot this wall, or you can jump and hit it a couple of times and it should open. If you want to get a running start, you can. You just kind of have to Yeah, it's a little tricky. I think your best bet is to slingshot it if you can see it. Yeah, like this. And go ahead and make the jump across. And now reap the rewards for finding a secret room. And once you make it to the end of the room, go ahead and head up here, grab the shrine, or the monument, sorry. Alright, so as you're making your way back over and across, we've got a little bit of a puzzle here, so what you're going to want to do is grab this and fall all the way down. You don't have much time. You want to put that in there. Use our new open door to grab this one. And then hit this up here. And then one more time all the way down. Grab this bad boy. Up. And with this open door, hit that, and that'll open the way up. And now you can easily climb. Easily climb up and grab the chest. Alright, so in all likelihood, you'll have completed this area after the climactic finish of it and everything like that. You'll end up on the lift pretty much all the way at the top. You can take the lift back down, and I do recommend doing it because we can get another sacred monument while we're here. We're going to have to return to this place eventually later anyway, but I don't know, getting the sacred monument just seems kind of worth it because it's easy to get pretty much right after you finish the area. So anyway, go ahead up to this. We're like middle of the way through. Grab this. You're going to have to run all the way around at the top. You're definitely going to want to kill the enemy that's up here before you do this. So circle around, drop down, and you can place this in here. Now, if you take it and you place it down here as well, it gives you essentially like it's like an extra holder. You don't need to put it here and then mess around with anything else. So just place that in there for the moment. You're going to want to climb all the way back up. And then with your mask power, you can just barely reach that. Grab this one. Do the exact same thing, fall all the way down. And you can place this here. Grab this one. Place this here. And now you've got the monument. Alright, and one more thing while we're here. We have a supply chest left and an iron crate. I'm sure you saw the iron crate. We can't quite get that right now. We don't have the ability to, but it's really close by. I think it's in this room here. Not the fire room, but the one next to it, this room. So we'll be able to come back down and grab that pretty easily. But since we were already on this side, we were already hustling, there's another chest in this room, the final supply chest. And this one's pretty easy to get. I've just been kind of skipping all of the enemies up to this point, haven't really been fighting them in the rooms. So I'm just going to come up here, activate the mask, and there's the last supply chest of the area. And now we can finally go ahead, back up the elevator, and proceed to Sparta. Alright, so once you're in this area, you can head over to the right, just to quickly grab a chest up here. We'll be back in this area in a moment, or not in a moment, but in a while. You can unlock this spectral chest up here, but there's a boat and whatever we will go on eventually over there. You don't have to worry about it now. I mean, you can, if you want, go grab that thing over there, but regardless, let's go ahead and head back. Make sure you grab that chest. Alright, so once you enter into the area, we can go ahead and go left to get back up. We kind of skipped this part when we were here before, but obviously we're coming through it now, so why don't we take care of some things. So first things first, you got a target up here to hit. Hit that, and it lowers a gate up top here. So now you can walk through to the other side and grab a blood coffer. Then keep going, and eventually you'll come across a supply chest up here. Go ahead and open that up. Alright, so if you climb up the left side instead of taking the lift, I mean, I guess you could take the lift and just come back around to the other side here. But you're going to want to be sort of in this in-between room, and you head over to the left. This is the first of 3 rooms where we have to fight a bunch of bugs. So go ahead and take out the bugs. You have to kill the nests. That's the important part. So kill all of the nests. It should be pretty easy with the magic and stuff that you have. And then we'll keep moving on. And with that room done, go ahead and grab your prize. Alright, so after you emerge back in Sparta, there's a couple of things we can do. First, head over to the left. And in this building here, you'll need your, whatever it's called. Make sure you pet the dog. Don't forget to pet the dog. Very important. Grab onto that. Open the blood coffer. And then directly next to it, open the supply chest. And then we're going to want to head up a screen. And over to the right, you can stop and talk to everybody, which I will do on my way out. But before you do that, or after you do that, head all the way to the right here.
Never on our backs.
And eventually they'll stop yelling and you can pick up the scroll. Alright, after you visit the blacksmith and turn in your iron, you can keep going over towards the sculptor. And now we have the mask. Whoops. Now we have the mask. We can go ahead and get some lore. Alright, after you have a short conversation, you can again use the mask to unlock a chest. Alright, so once you get up here, now from killing the last boss that we just fought, you should have gotten a ton of these orbs. And I didn't mention it, I probably should have mentioned it earlier in the guide, but I would recommend saving them, at least saving a bunch, 7,500 for this vermilion globe. And I'll show you why. We're going to unlock it now. It does cost a hefty amount, but we might as well unlock it now. And in here, you're going to get a chest. But inside of this chest is a very nice and very handy item to have. We're going to equip it, and we'll go ahead and use it for the rest of the game. You don't have to use it. I'll be the one using it, essentially, to help us find all of the hidden loot and things around. Alright, so after talking to the sculptor, go ahead and put your mask on here, and we'll get more monsters identified. And now, if you head left of the drop down, if you haven't seen it already, you can come over here to this pedestal, and this is the arena of the E4s. We have some trials we have to do, and this is the first time that they've actually shown up. So you can see we've unlocked 6 of them already. There are a grand total of 9. I think, unless, well, I don't know. I think now we can go ahead. We might as well do them as they unlock because they do give you some upgrade materials for doing the skills. So I'm going to go ahead and knock out the 6 of them. If you don't want to do all 6 right now, if you don't want to do any of them, you don't have to. Once you're done the E4 trials, head back into the area where you used the gear, or not the gear, the glaive, and you can see our new item is coming in handy already. So go ahead and drop the mask. Actually, I think we have to be up there, don't we? Yeah, let's go ahead and jump up there. Now we can drop the mask. And boom. And now if you head back into the sculptor's shop as well, we can use our sword to move this thing. Drop down inside, and we've got 3 chests to unlock. So here's the first one. Here's the final blood coffer as well. And the iron crate. Alright, so now we're ready to get back on the trail up to the quest marker. once we reach the Temple of Artemis, I think we'll stop there and grab, go turn in all the items that we've been collecting. It's hard to do because there's no centralized warp area in Sparta. So, yeah. So anyway, if you come over, first screen to the right is a campsite for you to sit at. All right, so after you stop at the campfire, you can head to the right. You have to go up to continue on. We'll grab that chest in just a minute, but we can drop down here first. And if you notice, we have a wall to bust, and now we can collect a collection of knowledge. All right, so actually from here, before we go up, if you head down to this room, you can come across this thing, and this is actually what those collection of knowledges are used for. So it's a pretty cool little room. The lexicon's pretty cool. All right, so after you spend some time with the lexicon, you can head back up here, jump up to the right, and grab the chest as we continue on our way. All right, just a few screens over, and you'll come across this little altar pillar thing. Go ahead and activate it. All right, so if you keep following the path to the right, obviously we need to go up from here. We can actually take just a small detour and go around this way because there is a sacred monument we can get on our way. So what you need to do, this room's pretty straightforward after you clear out the enemies and things. It's just a little bit of a jumping puzzle. So you just kind of have to wait for the block to make its way over. I might even take a little bit of a shortcut because I've already cleared the spiky guy off of this block up here. Oh no, it's out of rotation, never mind. But yeah, so you just need to, again, just need to do the little bit of a jumping puzzle. It's really not too difficult. Make sure you don't hit the chandelier looking things there. Easier said than done, but just make sure you time it well. You can make the jump. And then you have to come all the way up here and hit it with this. Whoops. There we go. And this will allow you to jump up here and you can grab the monument. All right, so we're back on the main pathway now, heading up towards the campfire and so on. When you come into this room, just head up the left side and there is a chest for us to grab right here. Oops. There we go. All right, once you make it up here, before you head to the mission objective, let's go ahead and turn in all of the things that we've been collecting in the various temples. I believe we have one to turn in here at the very least. Let's go ahead and start with this. No, we don't have an olive. Do we have a... Do, okay. So let's go ahead and turn in the upgrade for the looter blade. All right, then once we're down here, we can see that now this crossing is functional. We can go ahead and start teleporting around. Let's go to Apollo first. And we have an olive of Apollo to turn in, so go ahead and do that. All right, here we are in the Temple of Hestia. And I believe we should have one of these. Yes, we've got two of them, so we can upgrade our Evergreen Flame twice. And now this, by the way, this upgrade lets us break those doors that you see. Those red doors we haven't been able to break yet. We can break that now with these. All right, go ahead and put the first one and then the second one. All right, and finally here is the Temple of Nike. And we can go ahead and put the Gilded Wreath on here. All right, so before we get back to adventuring, we're going to head over to the Temple of Dionysus, and our main target is going to be this sacred monument. We can grab it now because we have the power-ups that are able to do it. We're going to grab this, and we're going to get the last upgrade that'll pretty much let us into just about any place we need to get to. So let's go do that now, and then we can continue on with the game. All right, so now once you reach the top of this area, you're gonna have to be kind of quick with this. So you're gonna hit that, you're gonna pull this out, and you're gonna hit square when you get to, I don't know, it's kind of a tough read. You have to hit it well, maybe jumping up to it's the easiest, yeah. So that's probably the best way to do it. And now, I don't think you can quite make the jump up to there, but you can make this jump, and you can collect this while we're here. All right, now here we are in the main room that we needed to get to. Obviously, go ahead and aim your glaive to snipe. Oh, almost perfect. Aim your glaive to snipe all 3 flowers. That'll open this up, and we can go use this. So we're going to take this to the Temple of Demeter. I'll meet you over there in a moment. And then we're pretty much, we have one other ability that we have to get, which doesn't come until a little bit later in the game. So most things will be open to us, but yeah. So anyway, I'll meet you over at the temple. All right, here we are in the Temple of Demeter. Go ahead and place what we've just picked up, the cornucopia, and we will get our final upgrade ability. All right, and we are going to head up to the Kirkopi's shop, but before we do that, our new gift, or not our new gift, but our new ability lets us open this bad boy up, and we have to roll in there and grab a chest. Now go ahead and talk to the Kirkopis. You can obviously turn in your
in demand as an expression of regional pride.
Artifacts, and then we also can get the soldier's wrap. All right, so now we're back on the path. We're heading up towards the next objective, and right when you enter this room, you can drop down and grab a chest. All right, a little bit farther into the room now, and you could drop to the bottom because we can use the mask to dig up, whoops, wrong button. Dig up one of these. All right, here we are at the next upgrade. Go ahead and grab this. And now we finally have all of our abilities. It is Victory Charge, and we can use that to break those golden doors right in front of us. So now that we have this ability, actually, let's go ahead and turn around. We can come back into this room. There's a perfect place for us to test it out. Right up here at the top. So take this stone, duck under that, jump up here, and now what you're gonna have to do, you require a little bit of time to charge it up, so go ahead and hit square, and boom, there we go. This is a portal to, actually, you know what, go ahead, I'll see you on the other side. Don't want to spoil anything. All right, once you have completed the room, go ahead and grab your prize.
I caught a glimpse of them. What were those?
All right, so you're gonna come to this crossing point. Obviously, you go up for the quest marker, but we are going to make another small detour. We're gonna head over to this, as there's an olive tree directly below us that we can grab. Now that we have this new ability, go ahead. There we go. Use that to break through, and then best of luck with the olive tree, and I'll see you on the other side of that. And with the enemies defeated, go ahead and grab your prize. All right, so we're going to be making our way back to the port here to work on the quest that we were just given. So you're going to teleport over to the Temple of Nike. Now, as we're on our way there, we can equip the mask and drop it here to expose this wall and get a kitty.
Wonder what these cats.
And now after you grab the cat, turn around, jump up here, and grab some lore. Alright, so keep pushing forward, and eventually you'll come into this room with a campsite. Alright, so immediately on the next screen over, you can go ahead and drop the mask here to reveal another forgotten feline. All right, so next screen up, we're right here, by the way, from the campfire. So first things first, what we're going to do, we'll go ahead and jump up and grab this ladder. Now, you can make this jump with double jumping, I believe, but if you want to make it a little easier, you can do the sprint jump. Grab this banner. I'm pretty sure you can make this with a double jump. Yeah, okay, there you go. So, and after you grab the banner, go ahead and start marking off these. You can grab that one. There's one up top here. We'll have to kick this down as well. Whoops. There we go. And for completion's sake, let's knock that down while we're here. And then you can see up there is the chest. So in order to get that, again, all we got to do, bounce that into it. And now for this one, you're definitely going to have to take a running start, leap across, and go ahead and grab the supply chest. Continue moving forward. You'll make your way across this long hallway sort of deal, and there will be a blood coffer for you to grab down here. All right, so after you have completed what you need to do over in this area and you get tasked with going back up to the mountain, obviously you're going to make your way back to the temple so you can teleport, but before we go, we should go turn in this olive that we've gotten. So here we are in the Temple of Demeter. Go ahead and place the olive to get that extra belt slot. That is honestly pretty nice to have because we can now no longer have to suffer using the jewel by itself. We can equip everything else to make sure that we're maximum power, I guess, and then we can keep on moving forward. All right, we're gonna make one more pit stop with the Kerkopes. Obviously, go ahead and turn in the banners and stuff.
Way to find things.
But we can also get this iron anchor now. All right, so while we're here, actually, we just ran into a boar again. I'm sure you've been wondering how you're supposed to catch them. They are obviously very fast, and they do that sort of time bubble slowdown thing. Now we have the ability to actually catch one. All right, so we've exited the zone, and now we're going to want to turn back, run back into it. Jump across. All right, so now he should still be there if we run up. There he is. So the easiest way, obviously, is to turn around, run, and when you get close enough, charge, and you can capture him just like that.
Broke. Shattered.
All right, so on our way back up to where we need to go, we're going to take a little bit of a detour off to the right here. Climb up towards the top. Obviously, where I'm at, you can see there's a monument below us. All we need to do is be on the platform below it and double jump up, and the monument is yours. All right, and then on the next screen over, go ahead and take out the enemies and grab the iron crate. Now, once you reach this screen again and you're kind of level with the campsite, if you keep climbing upwards, you will see there is a... Whoops, there's a wall that we can open up like so. Go ahead and do that and grab the blood coffer. Now, as we continue our climb, you're going to reach this screen, and we now have a bomb strong enough to break these walls. So hold L2 with your flame bush thing out, and go ahead and hit square, and that'll be enough to break that wall, and we can grab the blood coffer again. All right, on the very next screen, we're here heading upwards. Go ahead and whip out the glaive, and you're just gonna want to kind of bounce it enough to where it hits all three. It's a little tricky. Maybe we stand a little bit more under it like that. There we go. And smash this. Grab your knowledge, and we are good to go. All right, so once you keep heading to the right and you reach this little section kind of right of the original marker, before you drop down, there is this wall. This wall is a breakable wall. You go ahead and smash through it and grab the artifact. All right, keep it moving, and eventually you'll come across this area. Obviously, we need to go this way and upwards, but we're going to take a little detour, so you're going to want to come down here, take care of the enemies that are standing in this area. Sorry, it might be a little confusing. As soon as you come into the area, just head to the left side, and then there will be this on your way. You can grab some more knowledge. And now, one screen further to the right, you're going to see there's another golden boar. This one you're going to have to kind of time with the jets. So pretty much as soon as they go off, start your run. And there you go, pretty easy peasy. Grab the tusk off the ground, and we keep going. And then all the way over to the right side of the screen is the main prize of why we came over here, some more olives. So go ahead and take care of that fight. I'll see you on the other side of that. All right, there we go. Grab the olive, and we are good to keep going. All right, so after a little bit of a detour to go collect those items that we grabbed, you want to come back here. You'll have the way up given to you by the Kirkopes, and then you can grab this vermilion orb, or vermilion globe, sorry. So you want to climb up the left side of the screen to get up to the top here, drop the mask, and grab the kitty. All right, so as you make your way across, you'll come into this screen here, and we've got a chest up there to grab. So ride this. You can kind of chill at the top. It's a little awkward. Come on. Maybe it's easiest if we just do this. Oh, or we can overshoot it. All right, one more try. There we go. Now you should be able to fly up there, double jump, and finally drop all the way down and hit the chest. All right, so you're going to enter into this new winter area, the Splintered Peak. Head up one screen, and then before you continue left, you can hang a quick right, and there is a campfire here for you, or a campsite here to sit at. All right, so pretty quickly after you grab the campfire, head to the left, and you can grab this chest here. Whoops. Chest here in the ground. All right, keep it moving to the left, and don't forget to grab the blood coffer. Okay, now keep making your way over to the left, head all the way left, ignore going up on either of these two for now. Defeat the enemy in this room, and then you can use your mask to open that up. All right, so back in this room, we're going to head up here. Now, after you light this, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to push it. Whoops, you're going to want to push it over. I think twice should work. Maybe 3 times. Yeah, maybe 3 times. Let's do one more time. And if you look upwards, you can see that there's an Apollo thing right here. So go ahead and hit that. And that opens the door. I guess we technically didn't need to push it. I don't know, I've done it every time that way. Don't have to, but go ahead and head over this way, climb up here. And we've got an olive fight in the cold. Have fun with this one. And with that fight done, go ahead and grab your reward. All right, so now we're up in this room. What you're going to want to do, there's an iron crate over here, by the way. What we want to do is we want to light this on fire first. Then we're going to pull out the sword, push it over this way, and we'll grab the metal, but then from here, you're going to want to lob one up and over if you can make it, and you can jump all the way across and grab the iron crate. Now, in the next room here, this one's pretty simple to grab. Drop down, Head up this way, and then jump up here to grab a supply chest. Alright, so head upward here before we continue to the right. There's a couple things to grab. First is this vermilion globe. And then all the way up at the top, after a little bit of a climb, go ahead and grab the monument. And then back down, after you do all of that, head back down over to the right. We can throw our square version. It's a little tough. There we go. Get that up there. And then we can grab the knowledge. On the very next screen here, go ahead and jump up here to grab the blood coffer. Now, you'll want to head up from here over to the right and take out the enemies that are on the ship. Once that's done, then you can open this up and get the stolen map. Alright, on this final screen of the area, we will complete our first area of the game, Splintered Peak. You'll just want to come down here. I already used the ability, but it'll have that glowy outline around it. Just pop the mask, and then you can grab the lore like so. And yeah, like say, that is our first full completion. If you were wondering, I guess now's a good time. The region survey. If you're wondering what that means, it essentially just means you have to get every room. Yeah, you have to look at the entire region. You have to go to every room, and they all have to have these white outline borders on them. So let me see if I can find an example of one that doesn't have a white outline. I mean, you can, when you're sort of exploring a room, I don't see one. Oh, this one. So this down here, I haven't gone up high enough to like explore further into the room. So if for some reason you are in a region and you think you've done everything, like we will later, like if you're in here and you've gotten everything and then for some reason that region survey is not checked off, look for any white borders that are not solid and then go to that room and kind of just run to that area to try to search it. Alright, hi, this is much later in the game hunted here with you, and I'm just, for some reason when I was going through this area before, I completely forgot to come down here and do this. It is considerably more annoying to do this at the end of the game instead of right now where I'm showing you in the guide. You're going to want to come to the bottom of this square room down into this area, kill the enemies, drop down, and at the very least grab this blood coffer. You don't really have to destroy this if you don't want to. You can, but grab this blood coffer. Alright, so keep moving forward. As soon as you enter this room, you'll be able to see a banner for us to grab. Now make your way up the up this pillar, this column room, and then you're going to want to stick to the right side of this as you climb. And we can grab the collection of knowledge. Alright, before heading up to the objective up here, go to the right and grab this lore on the wall. Alright, once you get dropped off in the Passage of Monuments, you'll be here with the campfire, so obviously grab that. Alright, so now we finally have fast travel. So we're going to go ahead and use it. So now that we're here in the temple, go ahead and drop off the olive. And here in the Temple of Artemis, we can upgrade our blade again. And now in the Temple of Dionysus, we can put our first pine cone on the stand and improve our Ulp of Wellness. And finally, in the Temple of Nike, we have our first olive. And now is also a good time to stop by Sparta as well. You can spend any of the iron that you've gotten if you'd like to. Alright, so once you're back on the path, you'll follow down from the campsite down into here. We want to go up here to grab the monument. So the way we're going to do that is we are going to first wait for this block to come down. Alright, so this is a little tricky. It's probably going to take you a few attempts to do. So you're going to start the mask. You only have 10 seconds to do this, which is the real tricky part. Hit the mask again. Roll through, and boom. You kind of have to do it all in very fast order. You can't really hesitate too much on any part, and you really got to make that mask last long that first time. So try it a couple of times. If you need to, obviously rewind the video and watch how I do it again. But now we can head through this gate, and our reward is some enemies to fight. Alright, with enemies taken care of, head over here and grab the monument. Now, once you make your way down from that monument down right before the objective, head to the left, and there is a campsite for you. Alright, so before we head back out of the area, just come over one screen and you can drop down in here and grab this supply chest. Alright, so our next objective takes place in the bog, but we're actually going to go ahead and clean up a little bit more of the passage of monuments. There's an olive tree here that we can grab. So let's go ahead and fast travel on down to this campsite. Well, let me pick the campsite. There we go. Alright, so here we are in the back of the passage of monuments. Head over to the left side here. We're actually going to use our first downward strike ability, so you have to be in the air when you do it. So you want to jump, hold down R1 and X at the same time, and you'll be able to downward strike into this place. And go ahead, break this, and collect the knowledge. Alright, you're going to want to make your way all the way to the left side of the screen here and grab this olive. With fight complete, grab your reward. And then as you make your way back across, you will have to ride this block over to the blood coffer. Alright, the first room that you really come across after you drop all the way down is this campsite here in the foundry, so go ahead and grab that. Alright, so a little ways into the foundry, you'll enter into this room. You got to kind of fight your way down to the bottom here. And you'll see at the bottom is a blood coffer, so go ahead and grab that. Alright, and we're trying to make our way into this next room here, and you may not have seen one of these before. They don't work with your normal glaive. So what you have to do is you have to line it up and hit square, and then it'll drop the chain, and then you can jump up here. And now once you're in the room, you'll want to work your way all the way through it. Come up here, and you've got 2 supply chests to grab. And the second. So now in the next room to the left here, again, make your way through the room. Head up here and grab another supply chest. Alright, same thing with this room here. We're going to go ahead and work our way through it, climb up to the top, and grab this blood coffer. Alright, so eventually you're going to find yourself all the way over here on the left side here. So before you go anywhere, before you go up or anything, go ahead and head to the left and grab this campsite. Alright, so go ahead and work your way back and up into this room. All the way to the left is a breakable wall, which opens up a small little room here, and now we just need to climb our way up there and grab some chests. Alright, now once you've gotten up here, of course, go ahead and grab the supply chest. Now, after that is grabbed, you're going to want to quickly come up here, try to avoid the fireballs like I was unable to. You're going to want to time this as much as you can, equip the mask while that shield is up, and then you can unlock the chest and grab it. So now as you take the elevator up towards the top of this room, you can go ahead and jump off here, drop the mask down to reveal a lever. Now from activating the lever, you can head over this way, jump onto the platform, and then fall down here for another chest. Alright, so you're going to want to clear out this room that we're in now. Head over to the left side here. There is a blood coffer up on the top. From the blood coffer, you can head over this way, and now you're going to want to line this up. Just throw it. You have to be pretty quick. Get over this way, jump across, and grab this. All right, so you're going to want to make your way up this way. You kind of have to go all the way to the right of the room and then go upwards to get up here. And then you're going to start backtracking across the way. Go ahead and break this. And you can grab the chest. All right, so here we are in this next room. You're going to kind of go through this column room and then up to another room that goes up into the room to the right. But you want to come all the way to the top left of this room, and there will be a blood coffer up here. And now from this room, you can jump across to the top right, head down into the next room. Pull out your trusty fire flower, break the thing, go ahead and activate the mask, and grab the chest. After you grab the chest, we're going to drop down into this room, and now you probably saw this on your way here, we can finally do this in this room. So actually, let me go ahead and clear out the enemies again, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so you're going to knock this block down, like we just did. If you haven't done this one already, you probably should have waited until now. It's a lot easier to do now. But go ahead and grab this one, and then we're going to kick this block down the track here, all the way down. Keep it going, keep it going. And this is going to help us jump up there when the time comes. If you haven't done it already, you most likely have. I didn't, just for the sake of this guide. Climb back up. Kind of forgot there were enemies up here too. We can be quick. So go ahead, light this one as well. Oh, of course. He doesn't want me to be quick. There we go. And now you can use this to jump up this way and grab the monument. Alright, so you're going to want to make your way back down the track that you got chased down earlier. Obviously, you can see this up here. Just go ahead and break that. And we can grab this vermilion globe. And just because it doesn't really tell you that you need to do this, the reason why we have to run all the way down here is to grab the other gear. You can get it from this bull that we took out, so now you can head back and open that door. So after a quick little bit of dialogue, when you're in this room, go ahead and grab the chest. And one room over, the farthest room on the right, there is an olive challenge, so go ahead and do that. Alright, with the fight complete, go ahead and grab your prize. Alright, so you're gonna, now that the doors are open, you're gonna want to work your way all the way back to here. You'll have to come up through this room, by the way, through where we found the vermilion globe. Head up left this way, you're gonna dip down, come back up into this room, and now that this door is open, we can head left. And in here are a couple of chests, so I'll meet you up there to grab those.
you have been getting around.
You got our treasure map back from the categories. Aw, you guys.
All right, so eventually you'll be airlifted in to deep into the barren steppe. We're here, so go ahead and grab the campsite and let's get moving. All right, so we are a bit further in. So from the campfire, you want to follow the path. Once you hit the sort of three-way crossroads here, if you go left, there's a health thing in there that you can stock up on health. Up is the way that we have to go, and then if you go down, we're in this little one-off room. So what I've done already is I've pushed that blue block all the way down here. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab that breath, and we're going to immediately run it over there. So we kind of want to wait for that laser, head up this way. We're going to wait for it again. Oh, it hit me anyway. Grab that, run across and through. And now we can move this thing back off of here. Push that off. What to do is we're going to need to push this down this way. All right, so now that it's in position, let's go ahead and equip the mask. Head up here. Grab this, and then we just need to run it over here into that. The chest is unlocked. And we can push this into position. And there you go. Chest is yours. Alright, so now when we come up to this room, you're going to have to go all the way around to the right, circle back, come down here, and you can kick this thing down to make it easier for next time if you have to come back through here. But then, of course, jump across to this and grab some lore. Alright, so now that we're in this room, the sort of the next one to the left, what we're going to do is over here, so actually, hold on, we'll see. This big laser comes down, and what we're going to do is we're going to turn it around, and essentially just follow it until we get up here. Open this to turn off the laser here and grab the blood coffer. Then once you climb up this ladder again, before you head upwards to continue on, just go to the right. And there is a campsite here for you. Alright, so eventually you're going to find yourself in this room, and then you'll be able to come over to the left and drop down. Make sure you come down here, obviously, for the discovery, the room discovery. But you can also do a little bit of hunting in here, so do that, and then we'll continue on. Alright, work your way up this way. Obviously, you can head over to the right for a campsite. Now, go over another couple of screens to the right, and you'll be outside here. If you creep forward, you'll see we can catch a boar. So I think what the easiest thing to do is to try to start this as far back as possible, charge into him, turn around, and grab your tusk. Then from there, head over to the next room and down, and we can activate the mask here to talk to some ghosts. Oops.
We built to last.
All right, so go ahead to the left, climb up this way. We can avoid going down for now. We'll be down there in a little while, so continue on to the right. We can grab this blood coffer. Alright, so eventually you'll find yourself all the way down here at the bottom. Go ahead and grab the campfire. So you'll continue following the trail into a new area, and you'll wind up here at the campsite, so grab that. All right, so now head out to the right side of the campfires. Go all the way down to the bottom of the screen here. Avoid the shocky things and go ahead and grab the vermilion globe. All right, and then quickly you're going to want to head over to the right just to come over here and scan this. All right, now in this next room to the left, head on up the ladder here as soon as you walk in. You got to be careful of the shocky things. Be patient and wait, and then you can jump all the way up here and grab this artifact. And now while we're up here, let's go ahead and switch over to our slingshot. We're going to fall down here, hit this. If you fall off, you can just climb the ladder back up here like I did. Jump across to here. And then it's probably easiest just to roll, hit that, and that'll open up the gate all the way up there. So let's go ahead and climb up there. All right, so now that we've activated the switches, let's jump up towards the top. Again, avoiding the shocks where we can. I mean, the shocks definitely do a lot of damage, more damage than you think they would. So we're gonna time this, jump up here, jump up to here quickly. Should land on this just fine. And now we gotta kind of time that as well as we can. I think you can actually use that flower. I didn't even notice that flower was there until right now. There we go. Okay, there's a flower that you can use. So use the flower. I didn't even realize that was there. Use the flower if you want. And you can grab the supply chest. All right, here we are in the next room. You're going to kind of want to drop down, make your way over to the left. You'll see. You'll be able to climb up that ladder and get to this platform. Go ahead, whoops, and drop the mask. That'll open up this, and we can grab the collection of knowledge. Now, continue moving forward. You're going to come to this sort of column-looking room. Head up the ladder here, and before you head to the left to continue on, jump up to the right and grab this collection of knowledge. All right, so I accidentally started the fight before prepping it. So you're going to come down this way, sort of from the left, and run into this room. When you go up into the right, that's how we get to this area. But we're going to take a quick detour, so head to the left, drop down, and then pretty much at the bottom, you're going to get into this fight here. It is the start of a series of different fights that we're going to have to do, so go ahead and do them, and I'll see you on the other side. And with the battle won, go and claim your prize. All right, so now you're going to make your way into this big room. Head to the right first, because we can go and grab that olive tree. So you'll want to come up here, drop this first, grab the mask, and then take that, and you're just going to sprint. Oh, that was in my way, of course. You're just going to fall all the way down, sprint down here, put that in, and then head over to the right, and good luck with the olive fight. And grab the olive after the fight. All right, so you're going to make it to the top of this big room. Our goal, real quick, is to go to the right. There's a room there that we need to explore. You can see we obviously have to charge down these walls. This is a little easier said than done because of how fast this thing moves. We can get a pretty easy one first by just doing the mask and then charging upwards like so. Try to avoid the shock thing. The hard part is actually flaming it. Gotta jump up like so, and then when you've done that, you can jump up here and grab the supply chest. And now we just need to charge the door down, so try to get as much momentum as you can. Hit that. You kind of have to start from the shocker thing, so time it well, cross the doors, hit the flame, and now we can jump up to the right room here. And with enemies all defeated, come and grab the artifact. Now it's as simple as just making your way towards the objective. Along the way, you're going to come across this campsite. Now, back in Sparta, we can go ahead and put the mask here, see how many more we need.
Keep it up, son.
All right, and since we're in Sparta, head up towards sort of the upper left corner. We have to turn in that lion coat that we picked up of Vasilis's. So go ahead and talk to Amara. You can turn that in, and that'll complete the boys' belongings.
I forgot.
But now all that remains of Sparta is to get the Shape of Iron done. But we have come to the end of the game, essentially, at this point, and now all that remains is the considerable task of cleaning everything up. So let me decide where we're going to start, and then we can go ahead and do that, and I'll let you know. All right, first things first, I guess we should go ahead and turn in the olives and stuff that we have to turn in. We're here at the Temple of Hestia. Go ahead and drop the olive here. And we may as well turn in the artifacts and things that we have as well, including grabbing the Rim of Fortification. Alright, so I think what makes the most sense to do first is to come down here to the second Agora, and we are going to grab the iron crate in this area. It's the only thing we need, so might as well start with a quick win, finish off this area, and yeah, I'll meet you over there. Alright, so here we are in this vertical room. You can come from either of the two campsites, but I think this one's the easiest one, the ossuary one. So go ahead, do that. It's about halfway through the room. All we have to do is jump and, whoops, jump. There we go. Hello. There we go. Jump and charge, and we can grab the iron bar. We can also earn another quick win by heading over to the gorge from before and grabbing the rest of the rooms that we weren't in. And once you make it into this last room, you'll get the pop-up for the 100% region completion. So there we go. Alright, so from here, we might as well start ourselves inside and work outside. I think that's going to be the best plan. So let's head over to the Temple of Apollo. We'll finish off the river here first. So let's go do that. Alright, so here we are. If you go from the Temple of Apollo, kind of down into this area again, we can drop the mask now and grab this lore. And then one screen to the left, we have a sacred monument to grab. All you got to do is climb the ladder and double jump over here. Alright, so make your way down to this sacred monument as well. Now, this one's actually a little tricky because you may not have done this, or you may not have thought about it in this way yet, but the glaive can go through objects when it returns to you. So that's kind of what we're going to have to do here. We're going to throw this bad boy out there, jump up here, and it'll snipe all three of them just like that, and we can grab the sacred monument. Now, you're going to keep heading left along the pathway here. You're going to want to come to this screen. You have to kind of drop down and go around, but it's pretty easy to get here. Obviously, go ahead and kick this over. Whoops. Kick this over. And once you do, you can jump up here and grab the chest. All right, continue working your way down. You'll come across this area. Be careful in this room because you could fall all the way down. It's kind of a pain to climb back up. So fall down carefully. You can make it into this room, and then we are going to activate this, jump up here, activate this, and grab it. All right, so next we're going to teleport over to this one here, this keep in the Grand Cistern. Go ahead and jump to that. And while we're making our way out, so if you've come around here, you've gone up this way, to get to the river, we have to go up and to the left. Before we do that, though, head to the left again, and it's one of these bug nests for us to slay, so go ahead and do this fight quickly. Make sure you grab your prize, and we can be on our way. Alright, back in the river area now. Right as soon as you come out, you can jump up here for the knowledge. And then, of course, use your mask to jump up here and start the olive challenge. And with the fight complete, grab the olive. And just keep following along the path. You'll come across another campsite. And before you go upwards to continue, we have to like go up here, for instance. If you head left, there's a hunting ground in here. So go ahead and do this too. All right, so make your way back here to this long section, and we can use the mask to open this now. And we can climb up. And once you're in this room, pretty straightforward room. Got pots and stuff to collect, but go ahead and grab the chest. And now you're going to want to head all the way back. This is actually where we spawned in at. So if you, you know, a little bit of nostalgia, you can even see the ogre that we killed at the beginning. But head over this way. We can use the mask on this and grab this chest. And from the chest, jump up here and grab the knowledge. Alright, so to clean up the rest of the river, we are going to teleport back to the Temple of Nike. We're going to have to come over here and we're going to detour our way all the way down and around. It's kind of a pain, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and head over there. So here's the reason why we can't get through this gate unless we're on the other side of it. So come over here, drop down, and I'll meet you a little bit further along. All right, continue making your way through. You'll have to drop down through these different rooms, but come to the right side, roll underneath, and you can use your mask here to unlock some lore. Now, additionally, while we're here, we can head over to the left side, and there's a chest right here. We can kick this down. Use the mask. Scramble on up and grab this. But head right first. And I forgot I needed to kill this enemy. Whatever, we can take him out real fast, and then we'll go ahead and grab the chest. And now in this long room, you can head down there. We have to come back later for that, but just remember that that room's there. For now, though, we can climb up, go to, stay on the right side of the room, and then halfway up, you can turn right to come into this and grab another olive. And with the fight complete, go ahead and grab it. Now, when you exit the room, you can jump up here and grab 2 blood coffers. Here's the first one. And then the second. And then immediately to the room to the left, there is a vermilion globe. Go ahead and grab that. Okay, we are officially back in the river now. Head quickly to the left of the room. Or, I mean, it's kind of in the middle of the room, but to the left when you start, you'll come up here, and you can drop your mask to expose the way up, and grab a blood coffer. All right, so make your way to the left in this room now, and about halfway through, you're going to find this wall here. Break the wall down for an artifact. And then make your way back over to this breath, and what we're going to do is we're going to grab it, and now you have to sprint. You can jump across here, make a little double jump move to get up there, and you should be able to reach here in no time to grab the chest. Now after you grab that chest, head up here, and you've got one of these undead rooms to fight again.
Another graveyard. Duty called?
And grab your reward as well.
Found the second time. How many more?
And after we complete that little section, let's go ahead and teleport to this cave campsite. So you'll want to go 2 screens to the left and then make your way down here, drop down, come around this way. You can fall straight down here, and then we'll just climb up this way and grab the knowledge. All right, keep heading left after you do that, and this room has our final 2 objectives of the river. There's a flower up there, but I think you can double jump it. Yeah, so either way, however you want to do it, come up here and grab this knowledge. And then from the knowledge, turn around, start your charge, and boom, break down the wall, head inside to do the serpents. After you take care of the serpents, grab the prize. And that completes this region as well. So, fantastic. The river is one of the most sprawling regions in the game. There's a lot of different places to check. So I'm glad we were able to get this one done, and now we can move on to another one. Okay, I think the best place to go next would be the Laconian Woods. So, go ahead and teleport to the Grove campsite, and I'll meet you over there. Alright, so from the campsite, head to the left here, and we'll come across a... Oh, I forgot about that bat. We'll come across a slingshot thing with a blood coffer to grab. Hit that, drop down and grab the coffer. Now, this room that goes up here connects to this other room. Doesn't have anything in it, but you should still you should still definitely come up here to grab it for the region completion. And I guess while we're here, let's go ahead and head to the left and grab this lore as well. Alright, so go ahead and make your way to this square room here. And then up in sort of the top left area, there is a flower thing that we can do. We should kind of even it out a little bit. Go ahead and grab this, and you can just do a nice little bouncer. And that'll let you climb up towards this area and head to the left. And then inside this room, go ahead and do the olive. Or, not the olive, do the, grab the mask and pluck that off the tree. Alright, continue your way forward and move up to this long screen here. And we can go ahead and take the slingshot, use our square attack on it, which drops the weight, and we can head into this and grab the olive. After the fight is complete, make sure to grab the olive. Alright, next we're going to work our way to this screen here. Again, don't forget you can teleport to the campsites and things. So make your way to this screen, head up the ladder. And while we're up here, double jump up to this, smash this box, and head left for another supply chest. Alright, now you're going to want to work your way up to this screen here. If you don't have it equipped, there is a breakable wall over here that we can head into. Go ahead and fight the enemy, and we'll grab the chest afterwards. Alright, with the enemy defeated, come and grab your reward. And now back on this screen here, we'll go ahead and jump up here to snag another monument. Alright, go ahead and enter this room now. We're kind of just above the campsite below. By default in this room, this block should be lowered. If it's not, go ahead and climb up there and lower it, because we're going to need it lowered to grab the chest up here. Oops. Be able to jump across. Now you can jump on this block up here and open it up to grab the chest. Alright, next up, make your way down into this area here. And what we are going to do is we are going to run and jump across. Make sure you grab the artifact before we head to the next room. We're just gonna grab this room for now. We'll have to revisit it a little bit later, so go ahead and save that. But let's keep moving on. All right, so make your way down to the bottom right corner here. There is another bit of lore we can grab. All right, here we are in another room to the right. You can teleport to this campsite and head to the right. We got a couple of things. Well, really, just mainly need to get rid of this door. That'll light that up. And with that lit, go ahead and switch to your slingshot. Hit this, which will expose that one. Then drop down, bomb that one. And we can get back up to the top here and grab the chest. Now, next screen over to the right, we'll come across this block that needs to be moved, so go ahead and push it on over, and we'll grab the collection of knowledge. Alright, go ahead and make your way to this screen here. We are going to actually, we need to set it up a little bit first, so jump over to this and ride this block all the way down, and you should be able to make this jump from one to the other. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to grab this and be pretty quick. We've only got 15 seconds to make the jump up here. Grab the ladder, and there you go. It's pretty simple. As long as you don't miss the jump, you should be fine. Go ahead and open the chest. Alright, so head over to the next screen here. You can take either of the two entrances, the top or the bottom. Actually, real quick, what we should do is right here, you can see there's a wall that could be broken. Go ahead and break that to grab some more illustrious metal, but really what we want to do is we want to come all the way up here, and you can bash upwards and grab this banner. And then while we're up here, go ahead and head to the left side. You're going to have to fight an enemy. I mean, I guess you could skip it, but go ahead and defeat the bull. Now, after that's done, head up this way. Take this out, and that'll drop the block. You can roll down here and climb up to get some more fighting. So this is the cultist fights that we're going to have to do, so go ahead and clear this out now. And now with the fight complete, make sure you grab your reward.
They wouldn't leave.
Alright, so now this really long, tall room, you can teleport up to the campfire if you want, or you can climb from the bottom. Either way, you're going to be about halfway through it, and you'll see that gold block up there. Go ahead and hit this. That's going to drop us down. Now we can climb up this way like so. And you should be able to hit the mask from here. No, I think we do have to call the block. Yeah, I think we have to just recall the block. So, easy enough. Whoops. Don't fall off like I did. There we go. Hit that. And now we can use the mask to unlock the chest. And go ahead and grab it. Alright, so one thing we need to do actually to get one of the last things for Laconian Woods is start a side quest we haven't started yet. I'm kind of surprised we missed this, or at least I did. You may have gotten it, but regardless, head over to this. I mean, you can literally just cross over from this side. You'll be able to talk to the two Kerkopes, and they are going to start a quest for killing the escaped. Now, from talking to the monkeys, we're going to head back across the way, and now we're going to sneak into this next screen here, and you can see we've got a boar to capture, so go ahead and try again. There we go. Once you hit him, go ahead and grab the tusk. Alright, so now we're back here at this screen from before. You can see it on your map now. I'm sorry that we didn't grab this earlier. I mean, it's not that long of a trek. You just literally go from the campsite down to here. But this is going to be our first Cyclops fight of the game, so go ahead and do that, and I'll see you on the other side. And with that, we can mark the woods as completed. So there we go. The last mission that we needed done here in Laconian Woods has been done, so we can go to the next section. All right, next up, let's go and finish up the Passage of Monuments. There's really not much left for us to do. We've done quite a bit here already. We'll start by heading over to this campsite, and we'll run down to do the Cost of Devotion over here. All right, here we are. Again, go ahead and defeat the cultists, and we can move on.
More cultists.
All right, fighting complete. Grab your reward.
Brother, let's have the pieces they can.
All right, so next up, you're going to want to make your way to here. You can either come down from this one or come across here from this one. Either way, we're going to be in this side of the screen because we have a boar to catch. So yeah, this one is by far the trickiest one that I've come across. So, but eventually you should be able to get it just like that, and you can pick up the golden tusk. All right, so back on this same screen, we are just going to drop down in this hole here. Keep dropping down, and you can see we can head in here. Just got to use our ability and grab the chest. All right, so you're going to want to make your way all the way across from this campfire, or you can come from this one. Either way, make your way into this into this room. Excuse me, in the sort of bottom corner section here. You can jump across, take a little bit of damage, is fine, but break this wall, and there is the artifact and last piece that we need for this section. So collect that. That is yet another region completed. All right, next up, let's go ahead and head on over to the Grand Cistern. I'm going to teleport over to the keep, and then we'll run down and do the Sacred Monument real quick. All right. Make your way down this way. You'll want to obviously head over to the left side here, climb up the ladder, and dash down to grab the monument. All right, now back above the campsite over to the left, we have this thing to unlock. So jump up here and grab this lore. All right, so you're going to want to follow the path until you get up to this room here. And inside of this room, we can double jump up to this ledge. And we have some flowers to do, and you can see this one's going to be a little bit tricky. Eventually, you'll get it after a few tries, and that will open up the way to the supply chest. All right, so here we are now in this long hallway. You can come up from the bottom here from the temple, or you can take this corridor campsite to get over here. Now, if you haven't done this already, you may have done it in passing, but you want to hit this with your slingshot. Once that's hit, then you'll come up here and you'll see that this thing is moving. And now you've got to do a little bit of a trick, and you need to kind of get towards the edge, and at the perfect moment you got to roll off. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but you should be able to get it after a couple of tries, and it'll put you in this room to grab a supply chest. And now once you exit the room and you're pushing this thing, you'll want to knock it down, and you can see there's a little pressure switch there. Go ahead and put it on said pressure switch. That opens up the way to the left. And now you can head into this room, and there are some things we can do. We just got to head over to the left. And it's the final bug room, so go ahead and win this fight as well. And with the fight complete, go ahead and grab your reward. All right, now the final thing we need is the Forgotten Feline. We're going to find it in this room here. So take the campsite down over this way. Jump across to where this chest was from before. You can drop the mask. And there is our lovely kitty, so go ahead and pick it up. And that is it for the Grand Cistern. So let's go ahead and move to the next section. Alright, so next up, what we're going to do is the Veiled Bog. So while we're here, actually, we can stop by the Temple of Demeter and turn in whatever we've got for her. And we do have a cornucopia, so go ahead and give one of those. And we've got an olive as well. Alright, so first things first, let's make our way to this long rectangular room. Obviously, we'll go up there in just a moment. But there is this that we can grab. Chop that out. Alright, so now that we're up top, we can go ahead and start this fight against another ogre. Okay, make your way to this room here that connects with the gorge. And we can grab 2 chests, one a blood coffer, and the supply chest as well. Alright, so here in this room, if you come from the Grand Cistern corridor campfire, you can quickly enter into the early part of this stage. All you have to do is grab this lore. Alright, so now you'll want to make your way into this room here. You can either come from the campfire or you can walk across from the left where you just were. Either way, whoops, go ahead and smash that. And we have another one of these portals to do with the serpents. And with that fight complete, grab your reward. Alright, now from the serpents, make your way up and into this room. We can go ahead and activate the mask and grab this monument. And then a bit further along, following the path, we have another one of these grave mistake encounters.
The dead are on the move again.
Complete the fight and grab your reward.
Off here. I found another.
And now you'll want to keep heading left from that graveyard. And you can come over here, equip the mask, and grab another piece of lore. Alright, so now we're going to make our way to the right of that monument, up to here. There's a room up here we need to get to. And actually, it's kind of curious. We've grabbed this vermilion orb, but I just now realized that my map is bugged. It does not show that there is an olive right here. And this is what we're getting ready to go grab, is an olive. So, curious. It doesn't really affect anything, but I just figured I'd point that out. Either way, you're going to want to climb up this ladder, kind of get as far to the edge as possible and hit square on this one. That will cause the vine to drop down. And now you can climb the vine all the way up and jump across to the olive tree. So go ahead and do the fight, and I'll see you on the other side. And with the fight won, go and grab your reward. Alright, so now the last thing that we need to grab is this supply chest. It's pretty much all the way at the end of this area. You're just going to want to jump up here. And again, you're going to have to hit square on this. Get this to come down. We can climb up and grab this chest. Alright, so in all likelihood, if you've been following along with the guide, you won't have gotten the region survey done as of yet. And the 2 places that you're going to need them are down here at the bottom of this long sort of hallway thing. So at the bottom, first things first, go left, and you can do this hunting minigame. And after that's done, jump up this way, activate the mask, and then jump across to here, and this will be your final room, so you should get the 100% region completion with that. And we are going to go to the next area via this boat. It's the only way to get to the area that we're getting ready to go to, so jump on in. And let's head over there. So as soon as you enter the little island, you can head to the right, and there will be a campfire waiting for you. Alright, so here we are in this first screen. You're just going to want to drop down to the bottom here. You can grab this, but at the same time... Oh, I thought that was a breakable wall. It's not. It's a mask wall. And the mask wall will open up a path to the left, and there is an owl that we can grab here. And after you take out the enemies, go ahead and grab your thing off the ground here. So now in the next room with the floating rocks, you can jump on these rocks, head up to the top left. I'm up here, and then make the jump up to this, and you can drop the mask or collection of knowledge. All right, so eventually you're going to find your way into this room here if you stay to the upper side of the path. Now, you'll have to kind of make your way all the way to the end of the room, and what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to light up this light, grab this quickly before that closes on us like that, and then you can, oops, put this in there and grab the blood coffer. So now after you've gotten that, grab this again. You can run it down here. And this here is going to help us get to the next area, or really to unlock the chest. So go ahead and grab it. Got to be quick. We've only got 10 seconds. Activate the mask. Jump up, do your platforming, roll through, and you should make it just in time for another chest. Now the next room to the right before you jump down. Head up here. Drop the mask. And that'll give you access to yet another room and another fight, so go ahead and take that. All right, so we just kind of doubled back a little bit from where we were. Instead of going to the right, we kind of just came back left. You want to fall down into this bottom part of the room, clear out the enemies here, and grab an artifact. And now, back here in this area, you're going to want to head down and in through the bottom right corner, and you will get another one of these that we don't really have use for anymore, the Crossing of Olympus, but it's kind of cool to get one, so counts for the 100%, might as well grab it. Alright, so here we are in this room now. It's kind of like a big square room. Before you go up to the right to move on to the next section, what we're going to want to do, climb up the ladder, activate the mask, and then dash upwards, and you will be up here to grab some more knowledge. And now after that has been grabbed, you can drop down here. I believe this should reach all the way up. If not, you can jump. Yeah, okay, so do that, and then you're going to make a big double jump across, pop this, and grab some more lore. Okay, now finding yourself in this long column room, you're going to want to head upwards first. We're going to grab that sacred monument at the top. So climb up as much as possible. This stone is going to move on its own. And you're going to want to flame that torch on your way up. Break this one. Flame it. Jump up here. Flame it. And grab the monument. Now come to the room to the left side here, and we can finally get a vermilion orb. Pretty much finished this entire area, but hey, at least we got the orb. Now you can see that there is, all that remains is that olive tree. So head over to said olive tree, go ahead and activate, and good luck with the fight. All right, with the fight in hand, grab the olive. And that is it for the shores. So now we can go ahead to the next area. All right, next up, let's go ahead and knock out another large section in the Barren Steppe. We've got a lot to cover. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so about halfway in, a little bit over halfway into this room here, you're going to come across this wall. Go ahead and drop the mask. And we've got another kitty to grab.
This kid has stripes.
All right, quickly on into this next room, and right here, you'll be able to break down the wall and go over to the left for a nice olive fight. Go ahead and take care of that. Snag the olive once you're done. Okay, keep moving on to the right. You'll come into this room. We're going to head downward real quick. And as, That's not what I wanted. As we're heading downward, we can head over to this corner and grab a blood coffer. All right, so head to the bottom left corner. This is just a very basic puzzle room. We're gonna creep our way all the way across to the, all the way across to the left. Head up this way, kill the plant, equip our sword, and knock this down. We can hit the Apollo thing, or the slingshot thing. So what we're gonna wanna do is to jump down, climb up here, kind of hug the ladder and throw another one. And there we go, we can run along and snag the chest. Okay, now just before you get to the room with the escaped in it, you're going to want to kind of make your way halfway through, drop down into here, and then you'll see we have another one of these little puzzles to do. There we go. So you'll get it eventually, and then grab the iron crate. And before we head to the right, come back out this side, make the double jump across, and open the blood coffer. All right, here we are on the next screen. Go ahead and fight the Cyclops, and we can keep going. All right, from here, you're going to charge upward to break the thing. Whoops. And then you'll just want to climb up, jump across, grab the chest, and we can keep going. All right, so I went ahead and teleported to this campsite and just headed to the left, up and around. Keep following the path, and eventually you'll make yourself into this room. And now I was gonna mention this, so this is bugged, and you might have missed it. So this is an artifact on the ground. It just doesn't show up with this. But make sure you grab this. Do not forget to grab this. I'm gonna grab it right now. After you grab the artifact, go ahead and pop the vermilion globe. All right, you're going to want to follow this path down to the left until you get to this room, where you can jump up here, head up to the top, and get some lore. All right, now down here at the lowland is where I teleported to with this campfire. Head to the left, and we can climb our way up here now. Go ahead and grab this collection of knowledge. All right, so we've knocked out quite a good portion of the Baron Step. Unfortunately, we can't quite finish it yet. Everything else is locked behind the Cost of Devotion. Finishing that side quest up. We'll get that done when we head over to the left side of the map. But this is pretty much everything done on the right side. The only thing we need really to do is to teleport down here to the Grand Cistern in the basement, and there is another little boat that we can take off to a separate island. So I'll go ahead and meet you down there. All right, so here we are in the Grand Cistern. Like I said, just teleport here, come round, jump up and over this thing, and then we can take the boat to a new location and start exploring. Now, as soon as you arrive on the island and you head a screen to the right, you will find a campfire. So, in the first room to the right of the campfire, you'll be sort of in this large area. Go ahead and climb up the ladder, and you can hit this a number of times with the slingshot if you want, whatever you want to do. Either way, it'll open up, shoot down, and you can grab the artifact. All right, so come down through the bottom part of the next little area. And what you're going to want to do is there is a flower up here for us to hit. So, don't miss it like I did. Hit it, grab, and jump across, and there is an olive fight to do. And with that fight out of the way, grab the olive. And now, before you exit out of the room to the bottom right here, or to the top right, come to the bottom right, start your sprint. Oh, I didn't get it quite in time. We have to break through this wall, and this platform is kind of annoying. Go ahead and run and dash, and you can grab the chest. Now, on this next screen over to the right, go ahead and drop your mask here.
My perfect heart.
for some more lore.
My broken home.
And finally, go down to the right. Go all the way to the right, and you're going to have another one of these bird cage fights. All right, so now we're in this next big room. We are going to head up towards the top. That is the primary goal. Actually, while we're doing that, let's go ahead and light these as well. So make sure you grab that one on the bottom. We'll keep on climbing up. That's the end goal with the flames, is to get that. Climb up that ladder. You can hit this and then grab this blood coffer. And then use those lovely orbs for the vermilion globe. And then from the globe, you can drop down, and here is the final torch. Go ahead and light that. And now we've got a little bit more knowledge. All right, so next you're going to want to head to the right using the middle right exit here. And we got to head up to the sacred monument, so you're just going to climb. And then once you get up here, you're going to want to hit square on this bad boy. I guess you don't have to do square for that one, but either way. Actually, I think it did get stuck on it. It just kind of glitched out. Either way, make your way up to this. Take care of the enemy, and then you can drop down into the sacred monument. All right, so now we're in the room to the left side of the larger room. You have to take the uppermost left exit from the room to get here. So once you're in here, you're going to want to hit that slingshot thing. We could jump up here and grab this banner. All right, so exit out the top of the screen here, and you'll come to this three-way intersection. Let's go ahead and first head to the left. Gonna have another one of these fights, so have fun with that. Now after that's done, return to this screen again and head upwards. All right, once you get up to the top of this owl area, you can see this is what we've been rescuing all those owls for. We can go ahead and hop right on into the portal. Obviously, we don't have all 6. But we'll come back here a little bit later. It's not too difficult of a climb to get back up here. But when you enter into the portals, you can see that we've got a lot of chests to grab. So let's go ahead and start that process. There's the first blood coffer. And the next one. And go ahead and grab the supply chest as well. And repeat for this room. Blood coffer 1. Blood coffer 2. And the supply chest. Now to room 3. Blood coffer 1. Blood coffer 2. And supply chest 3. And now let's head up one more to the 4th room. Grab blood coffer 1. Blood coffer 2. And the supply chest. And now back down here, head to the right and get this, what is it called? Crossing of Olympus? Yeah, Crossing of Olympus. And that is pretty much it for now for this island. We've done everything that we can. All right, so now's a good time to go ahead and start turning in the stuff we've been collecting. This is the Temple of Apollo, and we've got 2 offerings to give him here for the solar sling. There's one, and the second one. Okay, here at the Temple of Artemis, we have an olive. And a second, or I guess the third, technically, olive of Artemis. And now here in the Temple of Demeter, we can drop the cornucopia for the last upgrade. And we've also got the final olive as well to get that last belt slot. And with everything done, we get our first official blessing from one of the gods. So there we go. We've completed the temple. It should be at 100% for you if you've turned everything in along the way. And yeah, let's continue to move forward. Here at the Temple of Dionysus, we have our first olive of Dionysus to turn in. And we've got 2 divine pine cones as well. So here's the first one. And the second. And at the Temple of Hestia, we have the final eternal bale. And the third olive of the temple. And finally, at the Temple of Nike, we have just an olive to turn in. I think our best choice is to continue our slow trek from right to left here across the map. We may as well go ahead to Stone Hollows and let's continue that area. All right, so the first screen to the left of the camp site, you're gonna make your way towards the middle, drop down here, equip the mask, and open up the chest. All right, so you're gonna wanna drop down a level and then come to the first room on the right. What we gotta do is light the torch here. And then we're gonna have to back out of this room, come up here, roll through to get to this side, and we can drop a firebomb. Oh, there we go. Down onto that, drop down, and grab the vermilion globe. All right, so down here in this next room, you're gonna want to drop down where you see this red breath that we can grab. Go ahead and do that and grab the artifact. And now we're gonna need to clear the room of this poison, so go ahead and equip your flame. Hit that one first. And with this bottom one cleared, we can turn around, head over to this ladder, and we can clear this one out. And then after that one's done, come over this way, hit this one, and finally the main one. And that'll clear out the entire room of the poison. So now we can head all the way back to the right. And we are going to charge this door because we have some more portal shenanigans to get up to. Go ahead and do that. With that complete, grab the reward. Alright, so you're going to want to make your way just about 3/4 of the way through the room. You can see where we're headed. Go ahead and smash that. And then climb the ladder. And we've got an olive fight to do. And with the fight won, go ahead and grab the olive. Alright, so here in this upper corner room, before we head downward, you can see there is a barrier to break up here. Oops, there we go. Go ahead and smash through that and grab the chest. Alright, so Stone Hollow's a little weird in like the tier structure it has. It's probably easiest to just teleport from this or go to this campsite and walk yourself down, just trying to stay along the path here so we can get up to this. If you start from this campsite, you can come this way, but you have to go left and then up and then sort of do like this loop around to get up to where we are. Either way, get to this entranceway, come through here, and then we can hit this with our Apollo thing, which will lower the gates. And then we can grab the collection of knowledge. Alright, so we're back in this big square room. You're going to want to exit out of the bottom of the room, by activating this. down the ladder, and then make sure you go down this first ladder. Don't walk off the ledge there. You're going to have to run all the way around again. Go down this ladder, drop down, and there is a snake and a chest for you. Okay, with the general cleanup done, we can head now to the new unexplored areas. So drop down or come across to the left through here. And we have this chest to grab first. Then from the chest, go and activate the glaive, hit the flower, up and around, and we can drop Lycurgus. You get another feline.
How many cat totems are there?
Alright, so you're going to find yourself now exploring this area. When you come to this little crossroads, head down, then right, and you'll be down here in this area. And now once we get to the top section up here, we can go ahead and drop down to grab this collection of knowledge. All right, so now that we're in this large square room, you're going to want to work your way all the way into the center of the room. Again, I mean, there's really nothing to do in these rooms other than run through them, or fight through them, I should say. Come here, again, into the center of the room. We can chuck this up there, which will dispel all of the gas. Now climb to the upper left corner of the room after the gas has been dispelled, and you can hit square on that. Have it drop down a vine. Jump up here and grab the chest. And now down here in this final room at the bottom, we will want to jump up this way, knock this down. And from here, try to hit that torch if possible. There we go. Get a little bit of a lucky bounce. And then we're going to go ahead and move this over with the sword, which unlocks this. Again, we're going to hit a little bouncer there. That's not going to quite reach. Whoops. Jump and hit that. And now we can come up here, light the brazier, and we're going to want to push this back across to make sure it's resting on that. Jump back up here, circle all the way around, and grab more of the knowledge. Alright, so all that remains now is to unlock the door, the big Gorgon door that we kind of come across. I think it's right here. The way that we do that, and the reason why I saved it till after we collected everything, is just in case somebody jumps to this part of the video. So the way that you do that is you need to hit these heads right here. There's 4 of them that are scattered throughout the game, or not the game, but just this little section. So we're going to start with that one. Again, I'm right here on the map, and then we can go ahead and get the other remaining 3. All right, the next one is down here in the bottom left corner of this large square room, right on the wall here. All right, the third one is in the upper right part of this room, so you're going to have to come in and work your way all the way around, doing the big loop around the room, and it's up here in the top right. And the final one is in this bottom right corner here. Once you kind of clear out the area, you can jump to the top left and smash that. That'll unlock the Gorgon door, and you'll grab a trophy for it as well. And finally, come back to the door here. Go ahead and open it up. And after that fight is complete, that is officially the end of the section. We've completed the region 100%, so we can go ahead and move on to somewhere else. All right, next, I think we should head over to Mount Taygetos. It's pretty much, I mean, it's not completely done. There's still some things to do, but pretty close to being done. We can go ahead and clear those things out. All right, so we're going to drop down into this room. You have to go to the bottom side of this one. And then come back up here. If you remember this room, this was the one where you had to use this thing to block off the air vent. We're going to do the same thing, but we're actually going to do it on the other side so we can get up to the top. Like so. We can avoid her if we like. And then drop down here. Dodge across. Oh no, don't fall like that. Okay, take two. Careful, don't fall. And then we'll head into this room and we can do the olive. And with the fight one, drop down and grab the olive off the tree. Alright, so here we are at the escaped. You can just climb up here from this campsite. So let's go ahead and fight a Cyclops. Alright, so head back to this campsite again. And you can come down here now. We'll go ahead and smash this downwards and drop down into this area. And as you can see, we've got, I think this is the last serpent one, right? Yeah, I think this is our final serpent portal. So go ahead and finish that off. And with that, grab your prize.
Stay out of Sparta! I think they heard me.
Alright, so you're going to want to head to the left side now, make your way through this room and up here. And there is a little area that we can jump up to, up here. And you can grab this this hunting spot real quick. Alright, so now after you grab that final room over here, you're going to want to run along or teleport along here to this campsite. Head to the right. We've got a couple of rooms to grab right here, including this iron chest that we can double jump over to. So do that and grab that. Okay, here I am. If you remember back a while ago in the guide, I interjected that we needed to get this blood coffer. This is me getting that. You should already have this, so you should have gotten region complete with that iron crate. But I just wanted to show you that my region is now completed as well, so we can go ahead and move forward. Alright, I think next we're going to go ahead and clean up the vineyard. I think the best place for us to enter real quick is through this area. So we're going to teleport down to the pasture campsite, make our way this way, and there's a bunch of stuff we can do along this top path. Alright, so here we are up top here. What you're going to need to do is to charge and jump across to get there. And once you land that, then as soon as you enter into this screen, you'll come across the two remaining blood coffers of the area. So go ahead and grab the first. And the second as well. Now keep heading left, and eventually you'll come across this wall. Go ahead and break it for some rusty scraps. But the real thing that we want to do is to keep moving left. You come across the tent and fight some more cultists.
Found the cultists.
Alright, with that fight done, go ahead and grab the reward. Alright, so you're going to move even farther left here, pretty much towards the end. You can kick this thing down, and there's also going to be a boar for us to grab. So run to this side, sprint, and dash.
Caught another golden razorback.
And then even further left, you can grab a piece of lore here with the scenic view. Alright, so we're making our way to the olive here from the campfire. You'll start here, go left, and then up. And up top here, we can drop the mask to grab another forgotten feline.
How many cat totems are there?
Now finish making your way to the olive. Go ahead and grab it. And with the fight complete, grab the olive. Alright, so teleport over to this campfire here. And then we can drop down, obviously down here. Go ahead and fight the graveyard.
This may be their last stronghold.
And after that is done, of course, go ahead and grab your reward. And, of course, grab the chest here as well. Alright, on our way up to these couple of rooms up here, Make sure you stop in this room. There's a fight. It's a pretty easy fight at this point. You can fight it if you want, but just make sure you at least stop in this room. Okay, so here we are down here now. We just dropped in from up here. We can equip... Oh, I guess we have to hit it with square. Yeah, there we go. And then jump across and grab this banner. And outside to the left of that room we were just in, go ahead and drop the mask here. And now the final area that we want to explore is right in here. You have to kind of drop down into it. Or, I mean, you could come through the bottom, but it's easier to just come from the Temple of Dionysus. And then we're going to have to go ahead and equip the slingshot. Raise that up. And actually, I guess we don't have to hit it. We could just jump across to this. But this is the final artifact of the region. And that is also region complete. So the vineyard is done, and we are that much closer to finishing the game. All right, I think now is another good time to start turning some stuff in. We're here at the Temple of Dionysus, and we can go ahead and give another olive. And here at the Temple of Artemis, we are finishing off the temple with the last of the olives. And we get the blessing of Artemis as well. And that completes another region. Temple of Artemis is completed. And here at the Temple of Nike, we can put the last of the olives. We don't quite have all of the upgrades for the sandals yet, so we can't quite get the blessing, but that is every olive completed for the Temple of Nike. So, if you've been following along with the guide up to this point, we can return to Sparta. And we can go ahead and turn in, or not turn in, but go ahead and buy the remaining item here. We just got an iron bar. We can craft the last item. It gives us a trophy. You're going to want to do this.
It will do.
There we go. I guess it doesn't give us a trophy yet because we still have to find things out in the world, but you're going to have to come here and do it eventually. So you can turn it in now, can turn it in later, whatever you want to do. But yeah, let's keep moving forward. Right, I also forgot that turning that in also completes Sparta as well. So Sparta is 100% completed now, again, if you've been following along with the guide. Congratulations on that, and one less region to go. So while we're in Sparta, we can head up into the gallery here, and if you come over to the right side of the screen and you roll into this, you'll actually find a nice little secret passage back here. You can get some rusty scraps, but also the last artifact of the gallery. We may as well go ahead and turn in here as well.
You have been getting around.
And you can see we only need one more. And I'm going to go ahead now that we have a lot more health and magic. I'm going to go ahead and tackle the final E-Force challenge again down here. Catastrophe, just trying to do it as fast as possible. You, again, can skip it, come back later. I'm going to go ahead and do it now. And there we go. That is done now. As long as you completed just one of the sections of the E4 challenge, you will have gotten it and popped the trophy, and we can continue to move on. All right, here we are now in the sanctuary. I teleported to the Temple of Nike. You can head left and then immediately up to the right and climb up here for some knowledge. All right, so here we are again in the halls of the Muse challenges. We can now unlock these two new doors. So might as well go ahead and do that. Use the frozen plume on this one first. Enter in and complete all 3 challenges. I'll see you on the other side of that. All right, so after the 6th Muse chamber, make sure you grab this artifact before we leave the room. And let's go ahead and knock out the final plume challenges, or the Muse challenges, I should say. All right, so after you're done the remaining Muse chambers, you can head over here and just break this wall down, grab that, Alright, so before we head up to the top to turn in our rewards, if you come across to this screen, so from the middle lift position, come across this screen, you can make a double jump all the way across here and grab this. Alright, if you haven't already come down here to this room, make sure you do. There is a... you can obviously push this across, but there's a hunting spot right here that you can do. And after the hunting spot is done, you can jump up on here, up to this, and then double jump all the way up here. Drop the mask. And grab the final feline. Alright, so once you've completed all of the muse chambers and everything, and you run all the way up here, you're going to get this portal that essentially takes you all the way up to a brand new area. Once you get up there, you can just drop back down if you want to. I mean, that's where we're heading next after we finish this place, but we do need to do a couple more things here in Sanctuary. The best, or the only way to get down to where we need to go, actually, is to come over here and jump off of the ledge. You can talk to her first if you want. So after the conversation, you can drop on down, and you'll be all the way down here. You can grab this nice little bit of lore. Then head a screen to the right and do the olive. There we go. That is it for the olive. And if you didn't notice, if you've been following along, doing everything I've done up to this point, one of the 2 Minotaurs that you just fought there was your last enemy, and that was the final enemy type. We have all 92, so we'll go and turn that in a little while, but make sure you grab the Olive of Dionysus and we keep going. All right, from the olive tree, head right, and there is a blood coffer to grab here as well. And that should do it for Sanctuary, as long as you've gone to every area and you've looked at everything. Sanctuary is done. We can head up to the top of the map here to the Drifting Spire and go explore that real quick. Alright, so now that we're up here in the Drifting Spire, if you head immediately left, you will get a campsite. Alright, keep going left, and then you'll make your way into this room. Immediately upwards, you can smash this wall. Alright, so we're going to take the rightmost path upwards. Eventually, you're going to reach a way to the right. And once you do, this will be your vermilion globe. Go ahead and grab that. Alright, you're going to want to continue heading to the right. All the way across is another collection of knowledge. Alright, so now we are here at the this kind of like upward draft thing. You've got these gears underneath of it. You can head to the right over here and grab some stuff. There's nothing super important in there, but so first things first, we're going to want to turn this to the right. The reason we're doing that is so we can get up here to this gear. And now this gear, we're also going to want to hit. I mean, I guess you could do it from down there. It's just a little easier to tell if you're hitting it. Oops. Now we can come back down here. Put this back in its original position. We don't really ever have to change it too much more because it's pretty easy to just use our double jump to get over to where we need to go. So we're going to climb up here. We're going to be on this side, and now we can double jump up here and snag this. Now, once you're in this big room, you can head over to the left and grab another campfire if you'd like. All right. So once you're in this room, I'm going to give you a little bit of help on how to do this puzzle, okay? So you're going to need a ton of magic. Well, you don't need a ton of magic, just a good amount of magic. You're going to want to jump up here, and you have to go to each side. There's a torch on either side, so we're going to turn this. This jump can be kind of tricky, but you should be able to get there with a double jump. Climb up this, And you're going to want to make sure that you activate this. You can do that by dropping down in here, like so, and then hitting the shots of Apollo with the slingshot from down here. They're kind of tricky, but you can actually hit them. You just kind of, you have to listen for the noise to make sure that you've hit them. And then what you're going to want to do, that will turn on these things. And you're going to want to turn them on each side and grab the flame. Now, that is the easy part. The difficult part is getting this big block, once you have both flames lit, getting this big block to face upwards. And the way that we're going to do that is, since it's facing to the right, we have to turn it left. We're going to come over to this side, and we're going to double jump across to this ladder, drop down onto this platform, and then from here, it's a pretty tight shot, but you should be able to snipe that through that gap. Climb up this way. Whoops, don't do what I just did. Climb up this way, come around, drop down here, and then you can finally get all the way up and light this final torch, which will open the two doors on either side. Let's head to the right first. All right, on the right side of the screen, defeat the enemies, and you can jump up here. Whoops, you can jump up here to grab the knowledge. That is every piece of knowledge as well, so you get a trophy for your trouble. And now when you enter the left room, we've got another olive to go ahead and grab, so do that. And with the fight complete, grab your reward. All right, so here we are in this next long room. You can see we dropped down from the campsite. It's okay if you fall down, don't panic. We'll be able to get back up in just a moment. But this chest we need to unlock, and the way we do that, we can drop down here. There is a gear right here, remember that? We'll have to drop down, and this is where the eye is to unlock the chest. So go ahead and do that. Then we're going to have to take out our glaive, spin this wheel, and it'll turn the big wind thing to face upwards, and that will propel us all the way up to grab the chest. Now, once we have the chest, we can use it, use the wind to get up to this block, which will allow us to go to the left over here. All right, so after you get your nice reward for reaching the summit, go ahead and grab the prize. All right, so eventually you're going to wind your way down here, and you're going to end up at the top of this room. Now, listen well here. Be careful when you drop down. You can land on this, but if you walk down here and you haven't moved this thing below you, you will have to do the entire thing again. You will have to go all the way back up and around and back down. It's very annoying. You don't want to do that. So go ahead and hit this and turn it off. Make sure it's off. And then you can drop down, and you won't get pushed off the ledge, because if you drop down while it's pointing to the right, you will have to go all the way around again. Head over to the left side and fight the enemies in here. And after that fight is done, grab the remaining chest, and that will complete the drifting spire as well. So this place is done. Congratulations. And we can go ahead and move to the next area. All right, so we're going to take a very short detour. If you remember when we were clearing out the graveyards, Kratos makes mention of tiles that we were collecting. We can use them here in the Sunken Agora, so you're going to want to teleport to that campsite. Then we're going to want to make our way to the elevator. And here in the elevator room, you got to cycle it a couple of times. The first time it's going to go up. And cycle it again, and it'll go back to where it was. and then cycle it a third time to go all the way down to the bottom. And this is a hidden chamber. You can go ahead and enter in. You get a trophy for it. You might as well do that now. And inside, you can collect another belt thing. Alright, so here we are in the port. You can teleport to this campsite, the lagoon campsite. Head over to the right. Let me get rid of this. We've already gotten that. And down here in this bottom corner area is another one of the escapes. Go ahead and fight the Cyclops. And you should have grabbed you should have popped a trophy with the kill on this one. Make sure you grab the eye, and we can keep going. All right, next up, you're gonna head back across all the way to the left, and then come down here in this little room. We've got a chest here to grab. You need to unlock it first so you can see. You need the glaive. Pretty easy bouncer. Go, and then go ahead and open the safe. Grab the chest. Alright, so here on the next screen to the left, as soon as you enter, you're going to have that little zip line. Fall down from it, and you can bust down this wall. Once you bust it down, you will get the artifact. Alright, the next screen to the left, there is a sacred monument up here. Pretty easy to grab. Alright, and then again, move down a screen, and we just need to go to the right here to grab this olive. So jump on to these, head right, and participate in the fight. And with that fight done, grab the olive. Alright, so now you can teleport to this campsite, head to the left, and pretty much right at the end of the screen, we can drop the Lycurgus. Lycurgus, yeah, that's right. Drop the mask and go ahead and grab the chest. Alright, so the final chest that we're going to need is in this large rectangular room. Obviously, you can teleport to this campsite. You're going to head over here, and if you jump, you can see that there is this for you to knock down. Oh, sorry, it's one of the square ones. Just alright, don't miss it like I did. Okay, try it again. There we go. Hit it like so, and then you can jump across to here, and this is the final chest. Now for you, you may not have gotten the region completion by grabbing that chest. If so, I'm almost certain that this is the area that you haven't seen. Just drop down from the campsite, head to the left. And yeah, you should have region completion after that. And also from here, it's going to take us to the next area. It's another one of these boats. This is going to have the remaining 2 owls on it as well. So we're going to head over there and clear out that area. First things first, as soon as you enter the island, head all the way to the left and you can grab a campsite. Alright, there's only really one way you can go on this island. You can't really go up, you have to go down. So go down and head to the right first, and we can do this olive tree. And with the fight concluded, grab the olive. That is going to give you a trophy as well. That's all of the olives. We'll go ahead and turn those in pretty soon. Alright, on the next screen to the left, head about 3/4 of the way through. And here, I'm sure you passed by or you saw it when we were on the other side, but the chest is right here. All you got to do is drop it in there and open her up. All right, keep on moving and come down here when come into this room. Once you do that, you can get another owl, so go ahead and win this fight. Okay, then you're going to want to come back into this room up to the top left, and there's a vermilion globe for you. And with that open, it will open this way, and we can drop Lycurgus here on the podium. All right, now in the top right of this room, before you head upwards, come over here and you can bust down this door. Oops, don't use that one. Use the square one. Bust down the door, and then move across the screen, and here's another supply chest. And that will also pop another trophy, assuming that you've gotten all of the things done in Sparta. You turned in all the iron we've gotten. That will pop another trophy for getting every piece of gear. Now, up the screen here and to the left, you'll get a crossing of Olympus and a nice little blood coffer for your travel as well. Go ahead and open that up. All right, you're gonna go over another screen and you're gonna talk to Cersei here. If you've been doing all the hunting and stuff, you should have plenty of these. We need to craft all of them so you can pop a trophy. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. All right, so after you do all of that, she asks you for those feline statues we've been collecting, and luckily we've got all of them already. So go ahead and start depositing them in the thing here.
So quickly.
All right, and the last one should pop a trophy. Whoa, double Deimos.
Each cat returned lays bare my failings, but also kindles the hope that
He just left.
It is a harsh yet necessary
That's so
lesson of
funny.
vigilance and love.
All right, there we go. We got the trophy for herding cats. All right, before you leave, hit this vermilion globe. We have to do this to earn a trophy anyway, so even if you don't want it, but regardless. And you're gonna have to do it a number of times, unfortunately. There we go. All three of the pious pledges are in, and we've only got a couple more things to do. All right, and then outside there is yet another vermilion globe. Go ahead and pop this one. And that will also pop the trophy for you. And now that we're here all the way at the top, we've got one more room to explore. Head up to the top right, and it is the final owl. So there we go. That is it for the region. Everything has been completed, assuming that you've turned everything in with Cersei. You can always obviously come back if you need to drop more of the blood orbs with her, but either way, we are very close to being done the end of the game. We just have to go turn in the various things to the temples, and then we have to come over here and clean up. We have to clean up the parent step, and I believe it was the Owl Island 2, right? I think those are the only two that we have left, so yeah, let's go ahead. We'll start with the temples and work our way around. All right, here at the Temple of Apollo, drop the final olive, and we'll get the blessing and finish the area. So, blessing of Apollo in hand. And the Temple of Apollo is completed as well. Let's go and move on. Now, in the Temple of Dionysus, we've got 2 olives to turn in. So there's the first one. And the final olive for the temple. And there we go. Blessing of Dionysus. As well as the Temple of Dionysus completion. All right, here at the Temple of Hestia. Drop the last olive. There's the blessing of Hestia and the region completion. Now, the final temple, the Temple of Nike, we actually have a gilded wreath to turn in. And that should pop a trophy for you. And there is the blessing, and the orbs are way above the screen for some reason. And region completion as well. And while we're cleaning everything up, might as well head over to the gallery, turn in our final enemy thing, whatever this is. And with that, that is region complete for the gallery. Alright, so here we are in the Barren Steppe now. Head to this campfire, then just straight to the right. We can unlock this these barriers now.
Right. The tablet dispelled.
Alright, so you're going to want to make your way all the way through this giant room. Climb up the right side using the elevator. And then you're going to want to head up to the very top. And once you take them out, you will pop a trophy. Alright, if you haven't yet explored up through this area here, you can just teleport to this campsite and unlock this barrier now. To do that, you can come from this side and just go down. It's either way. There's nothing in this area for us to grab, but you do need to obviously see all of the room. But we are going to go over to this way now. We can dispel this barrier too, and we'll head left. There's some stuff to do there. Alright, so you're going to make it into this big room, and again, it's just another big puzzle room where you kind of have to go all over the map and loop all the way around. You'll find yourself down here. Don't exit left yet. Go to the right. You'll flip this switch to turn off the lasers, and then you can push this bad boy all the way down the hallway. And it'll help you jump up here. Oh, nope, sorry. We're not far enough yet. Gotta keep going still. Now it'll help you jump all the way up here and grab the chest. Alright, then head out the room to the left and get the last piece of lore here in this area. And there you go. That is Barren Steppe completed. We are very, very, very close to the platinum now. So, the final thing we need to do is to head on down to the Owl Island. You can teleport, I believe you can teleport up to here. Yeah, it's a crossing. To teleport up that way. So come up to the summit of the birds again. Push on through the portal. And head up here and hit the two that we haven't done. First one is number 5. Grab the coffer. Blood coffer number 2. And the supply chest. And now upwards more, even farther to the final of the 6 rooms. And here's blood coffer number 1. Blood coffer number 2. And the armory chest. And that is it for this island as well. So there we go. Another region completed. Now with Kithra Island complete, that is the last region of the game that we needed to complete. Everything should be done. All of your stuff should be at 100%. We still don't have the platinum, though, so we got to go turn in some stuff real quick. First things first, what we should do is we should head up here to the Kerkopes and turn in all the artifacts for a trophy. So let's go do that. And here we go, the last one.
You know what they call
And the trophy.
where I come from? Ornate.
And now you may be wondering why you still have not gotten the trophy for getting all the gories or whatever they are. That is because you probably haven't returned to the lexicon to listen to stories. Shame on you. You should go listen to all of those cool stories that they have. But once you land here, obviously, if you don't remember where the lexicon is, you just got to go right and drop down immediately. And it is in this room. And all you have to do is come up and just listen to a random story. Pick one, whichever one you want. I don't know if it matters if it's a new one or an old one. But just pick one, and then you should get the gory for it and the trophy. All right, so if you're like me and you've been diligent with your leveling and all of that stuff and not upgrading too many things, you should be pretty close, if not already have the final upgrade. I need literally 6,000 more. If you aren't like me, or if you have been upgrading all of your stuff as you go, that's totally fine. It's just going to take you longer to get all of the blood orbs that you need to get the platinum trophy. I think that this is just the best way to get blood orbs. If you come into the E-Force trials and you go down to marksman, so yeah, you essentially get 1,000 blood orbs every 24 seconds or so. Yeah, I mean, if you go ahead and do that, it takes a few minutes to farm up some blood orbs, and then you can purchase that last upgrade, and that'll be the platinum. Okay, I've grinded to 50k. Come to the campfire, head down to Spartan Unity, and grab that last upgrade. This will pop the platinum. There it is, deep learning. And oh, hold on. Milestone first, I guess. Gotta make sure we get that milestone in there. There it is. All right. Platinum is upgraded, or is obtained, I should say. So that's going to do it for this game. I hope you've enjoyed. All right. That will do it for God of War, Sons of Sparta. I hope you enjoyed this guide. It was definitely a fun game to work through. I hope that if you did enjoy the guide, you share with your friends. You know, share the channel around. I'm planning on making more guides in the very near future as well. I'd like to get back to it. And again, you know, dropping a follow, supporting us here on YouTube is extremely helpful. And if you haven't yet, visit our website, www.platpursuit.com. I've put a ton of work into that website over the past couple of months. It is, in my opinion, the best trophy hunting website that you can find right now. We've got all kinds of cool things for you to do, badges, challenges. You can write guides. You can obviously track your trophies, things like that. There's all kinds of cool stuff. You're definitely going to want to check it out. But yeah, until the next guide, guys, thank you again for watching. I've been Hunted with Platinum Pursuit, and I'll see you in the next one.